All right. So you guys will remember last week, and we had a huge battle, and ultimately it was the first part of that was basically two parts. The first part of it was the finishing the battle between you guys and Aponavicius. Aponavicius, after you had destroyed her lair and forced her to stop projecting from her lair, you had oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
Go ahead, we dare you.
Oh God. It's not going to happen. It's a stupid ginger ale. It's ginger ale and peppermints is what kills me every time. But so you guys had foiled Aponavicius's plan to essentially poison Dresden and make it uninhabitable for people, kill anybody within the thing. But you guys foiled that by destroying the big floating bomb platform that she had created and was getting ready to sort of emerge into the bowels of Citadel Dresden, detonate it, and explode poisonous powder throughout the city, essentially retaking it because many demons are immune to poison, and so they would be able to walk around with impunity, whereas the human and dwarven contingents, the people there, would be dead. You guys foiled that. She, driven by pride and an unwillingness to look weak in front of her troops. She challenged you guys to single combat out in the deserts of Dresden, about 2 or 3 miles away from the walls of Dresden City. You guys accepted, went out there, got into a fight with her, defeated her handily due to some inopportune applications of both a dimensional anchor and Fletcher. And they.
No, it was mostly Flash Art with the Smite Evil.
And the Spidey, yeah, you guys do all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of synergies going on there, but you guys managed to take her down. And the hope was that, or well, what she had promised was that if you guys were able to defeat her in single combat, she and her army would leave the field and not bother Dresden again. Well, of course, that didn't happen. Demons are chaotic and evil, and in the right combinations to go back on whatever their previous leader had told them to do. So they immediately attacked, and you guys had some assistance from various constituent deities and semi-deities that sent contingents of fighters to help you in this battle against the demons. You had Harlekar's guys, you had Geyer's guys, you had some dwarves and crusaders, but the rest of it was sort of up to you, and you each had individual sort of units to bring to bear in that fight. That was a hard-flung fight. There was damage was dealt all along the thing. It was not an easy battle, but ultimately you guys ended up being victorious, routing the demon forces, destroying them, and essentially winning the battle of Second Dresden on behalf of the thing and retaking it. And at that point, you realized a couple of things. One, the Crusaders had been overwhelmed. The Crusader unit had been overwhelmed, and Geyer killed. So there was one person that you guys were friends with that had fallen. Harlekar's guys had taken significant damage, as you can imagine. Pretty badly beaten. In certain elements, that kind of thing. If I could tell you, I could tell you exactly the levels of casualties that were delivered. Here we go. Second Dresden recap.
Don, you'd be proud. You missed out, but you were part of Naticular's finest. So you were represented.
I was well played by Gordon and Mike when Gordon says, "Okay, Gatto hides and no one knows where he is."
Yep.
So the final tally. Hey, Matt, welcome.
Hello. Hi, I'm having Zoom problems, but I'm here.
Welcome, brother. All right, so the final tally in that battle was the demons: 2,000 demonic soldiers, 200 Vrox, and 100 Glabrezu, Nalfashni commandos, largely eliminated. There may have been a few escapees. Harlekar's guys scoured the sands looking for escapees, but they were largely completely. That army, as an army, was completely eliminated. Harlakar's dwarves, which started out as 500 heavy foot infantry. We had pretty significant damage, 260 killed in action, another 120 wounded. Largely the cream of Harlakar's dwarven heavy foot was destroyed. Significant damage there. Gyra's Crusaders, which started out as 200 heavy armored infantry, no survivors. They were completely wiped out by the Nalfashni commandos, in the center area, and just were fallen. Skyway and Flashheart, unscathed during the course of the battle, delivered a lot of damage. The first time Skyway and Flashheart themselves engaged in battle together, and successful, wildly successful. The Laughing Horde under Ferrado, also unscathed, delivering archer attacks into the northern demonic army on the left flank, largely with Harlakar's heavy foot keeping them busy. The Laughing Horde was able to just rain arrows down on those eggs, delivering significant damage and taking no casualties themselves. The Glabrazu of Nocticulae under Fletcher, 3 wounded, no killed. So they did pretty well. It took them a while to sort of get up to speed to deliver the damage, but once they did, they started pounding the shit out of those guys and did a pretty good job. The Builders of Whirlwinds under Illendor and Storm, the Air Elementals, 34 out of the 50 were dispersed. There was 50 elementals, 34 of them ended up being dispersed. They took significant damage, but delivered a great deal of damage themselves. And lastly, the Magisters of Dresden underneath Bardos, unscathed, no casualties at all, delivering a great deal of damage with spell casting and flying in battle, taking care of those things. So ultimately, it was the insertion of several different units into that battle that really turned the tables and destroyed the demonic horde. So when you guys come back to Dresden, you guys come back in victory. It is, to a certain extent, a Pyrrhic victory. There has been a lot of damage. I mean, there's a lot of people. When you guys come over the sort of dusty horizon and the people on the walls of Dresden and out in the outskirts of the town see you, I mean, it's huge cheers and clapping goes up, and then they see the level of casualties that have taken, and they're looking about, where's Geyer? Where are the Crusaders? Where are where's this dwarf? Where's that dwarf? And they realize that this battle has taken a significant toll on the otherwise undefeated defenders of the city, and so while it's a victory and there's celebration, it is tinged with sadness at the significant losses that were taken during the course of the battle. Nevertheless, there is cause for celebration, and celebrations are had. The city torches are lit, songs are being sung, wine is flowing freely in the many taverns and inns that dot the city, and with the dispersal of the demonic army that had bedeviled the place for several days now, there really is this idea on the part of the average Dresden dweller that the city is safe. Having taken it from Aponovicius, really, originally, 6 or 7 months ago, there was always this nascent fear that they would be back, and certainly they came back. And Aponovicius wanted nothing more than to retake the city and punish everyone in it. But with the with the killing of Aponovicius and the rebuffing of this significantly large army, there really is this sort of feeling in the air that Dresden now is firmly in the hands of the Crusade and the dwarves and the humans of Mendev and this region. There's a lot of happiness in addition to sadness in the city. And that's how last week went. Questions? I heard somebody start to speak and I overrode them. So sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, I was assuming that before the wine flows and whatnot, that Lothar and I are busy healing anybody who can with every ounce of our power.
There's a lot to do, yeah. So a lot of wounded dwarves, a lot of wounded archers of. Oh, I forgot Lothar's Archers of Serenos. Started out with Lothar. Under Lothar, 100 archers, 13 killed in action, 47 wounded. A lot of casualties there. So yeah, they sacrificed in many ways. They sacrificed themselves in order to help out other units. In fact, they desperately tried to support Geyer and the Crusaders in their last few rounds, and definitely tried to help it, but it wasn't enough.
So my question is, yeah, I guess that doesn't really help any of the people. You anything you mentioned would have just been set numbers, and nobody can bring back to life or whatever, or heal. Right? I think we were also talking about maybe bringing Geyer back. But
well, the wounded certainly can be patched up once they're getting back to the city, and certainly people like Lothar and other clerics and healers in the city would be immediately tending to them. But yeah, they're alive, so that way there's a lot of dead. There was some talk about bringing Geyer back.
So we can talk about that in a sec. And then I guess we should get a letter off to the Queen immediately, letting her know what happened, and send for more forces to not only to repopulate the Dresden garrison, but maybe this is a time we can push into the Worldwound and take something back, because the army is off the field now. Take the Worldwound back. It's
one of several armies, right? So yep. You know, obviously this isn't the end of the War of the Worldwound. This is yeah, I can't even speak. It's been a long time. Worldwound. There's no Worldwound here. But yeah, I mean, the destruction of Aponovicius's army is a significant victory, especially by so few. You know, frankly, you guys were outnumbered about 3-1 by these guys, so it wasn't an easy victory, but a significant one, absolutely. So yeah, I'm sure that they're you know, Harlakar, and you could talk to Irabet probably is even as you speak, dispatching messengers to Mendev, to wherever the Queen is. Last you guys heard, the Queen was down in well, let's take a look here. Hold on a second. All right, can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay.
And I guess you're gonna probably walk us into this, but as if we're done saving the world for a minute, don't we have an appointment for Ilindar down in Menzo Berenzin?
Potentially, yeah. So yeah, so you guys will remember that Queen Galfrey's forces had in large part taken the area in the southwest, this area right here. Here, let me just switch that up, see if we can get that over here. So you see this area right here?
Yep.
So a lot of Queen Mendev's forces were sort of across the West Selen River and into the Wounded Lands, taking it. That also, she was supporting you'll remember there was a pretty significant effort on the part of the demons to the southwest that were trying to sort of push across the Sarkora River into Sarkoris, but that, you know, there was a fair amount of Crusaders, Sarkorian regulars that were sort of essentially what had done is there had become a southwestern front wherein the Crusaders, Sarkori, a variety of volunteers and that kind of stuff had sort of stopped the demons at the Sarkora River, and we're sort of keeping them bottled up. It was that, and there have been various kinds of probes and things like that to try and get across with varying success. What Queen Mendev and her Crusaders from Mendev are doing is they're pushing westward. They've already crossed the Selen, and they're moving into the Wounded Lands, and they're putting pressure on the demonic left flank to sort of give those people in Sarkoris those things. But that has largely stalemated to a certain extent. What you guys have done is begun the first steps of potentially breaking that stalemate, because what had happened was Aponovicius, one assumes, had been detailed by Deskari to take her army and retake Dresden, if only to sort of kill you guys, because you guys have been causing a fair amount of problems in a variety of different ways. You killed Baphomet, for Pete's sake, or well, helped to arrange the killing of Baphomet.
Okay, helped arrange.
Yeah. If you check my LinkedIn, killed Baphomet is right there.
Check my LinkedIn.
Yeah. Nothing on the Paladin book says I couldn't claim partial victory on that.
So there's a lot of, so that taking 2,000 2,500 fighters off of those lines, sending them to Dresden and failing and being eliminated, that's a pretty big deal. Obviously, Deskari is not going to be able to happen. If Aponovicius had failed in such a manner and survived, one could safely assume that the length of that survival would be severely truncated once that she reported back to her master. But yeah, so the Battle of Dresden, which took place, you can see here in that sort of blue circle, that's about where the battle took place, really sort of has turned a tide a little bit of this engagement. And there's people who are starting to talk about things like maybe we can win this war. And if we keep at it, if we keep having these victories, this could be winnable. Whereas before there was a lot of talk that maybe this was just, if you could keep the Worldwound bottled up and keep it from exploding out into Golarian outside of past the rivers, that would be enough. Like it would, ceding this territory to the demonic forces might be the best possible result. But now there's talk of maybe that the tables have turned. You guys have really sort of come into this and change the game quite a bit in a variety of ways. So that's where we find ourselves now.
Best recognize. We've taken some of the big demons off the table too, because we took out their big gate that they were bringing stuff in, and they took out their drugs, their creepy whatever drugs those were. I can't think of what they were. Yeah, and and we took out the demon who was in charge of that.
Yep.
We got the Herald back. Oh wait, he's right here now. I forget.
It's you. You're the Herald.
Yeah, this guy. Got two thumbs as the Herald.
Yeah, it's like George Costanza now. The Herald's getting irritated. It's referring to himself in the third person. You make somebody the foremost representative of a deity. Suddenly, it's all huge heads and third person referring to and all this other stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, you guys have taken out several of the, or arranged to be taken out, several of the biggest players. I mean, Baphomet and Deskari were basically partners in this effort, and now one half of that partnership is gone. If I was Deskari, I would have a lot of thinking to do, because at this point, Deskari is in a position where he is now the sole evil deity in charge of the Worldwound operation, which, as your discussions with Nocticula have shown, not everybody was a fan of, in the Hells. Not everybody is super on board with this whole effort.
Right.
So he's got a decision to make. Is he going to try and, is he going to basically fall back? Yeah. Is he going to fall back, take what he's got, fortify it, and just make, this make the Worldwound a Deskari kingdom on Golarion? Or, as Ilindar just pointed out, is he going to go for the Hail Mary and the big win and try and take all the marbles in one fell swoop? It's unknown.
I don't know, Les. What is he going to do? Tell us.
Well, that's an interesting conundrum.
All right, so I guess you find us all now sitting at our favorite tavern.
Well, yeah, you're back in Dresden, and people have already begun sort of cleaning up the rubble. And remember that there was a pretty significant demon attack on the city itself that you guys participated in to a certain extent. There was fighting in the streets. There's a lot of cleanup to do after a demon attack, and people are engaging in that. There's again, the victory is tinged with sorrow, because there was a lot of people got killed. And a lot of buildings destroyed, a lot of things, did not go well, at least in the initial stages. And it was, that you guys were able to rout that army was, great for everybody, but not everybody is, what constitutes everybody is a lot smaller than it was 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where we start tonight. And there's a lot going on. But are there, is there anything in particular that you guys want to do? I know there was some talk about Geyer and whether or not the opportunity to bring him back would be thing. I know that Lothar was proposing that. Chuck, do you have some ideas on that? These are the best ideas I've heard all day.
He may have stepped away.
Did he step away?
What?
Oh, hi, Chuck.
Hey, you're back?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
put you on the spot. Yeah, I was just saying we were talking about Geyer and the discussion about whether or not it would be feasible to resurrect him, and bring him back to to life.
Well, yeah, it's certainly feasible. I have resurrection. It's only a matter of there was a suggestion by somebody who may have known him better that after the balls to the wall, full charge, giving his life for the cause, he might not want to come back.
He died a hero's death.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there was a question as to whether or not we should perhaps ask, but realistically, within the resurrection spell, there it is an ask. You invite him to come back, but he can refuse,
Right.
And the spell will fail. So
Gonna
if
say
he
that,
honest,
yeah, I remember.
if he
Now,
honestly-
but if you do that way, you still use the spell components.
The components, yeah.
well, right,
Really
but-
$10,000 worth of gold. Or,
Let's
diamond dust,
ask
whatever.
him first.
Yeah.
okay, well, like I said, I'll need to rest.
Let's
And
send it
then-
Western Union. Do you want to come back?
You need to
Stop.
rest up anyway.
Let us know. Stop.
Well, I only really used 2 spells in that battle. They were just the 2 biggest ones I have.
Mm.
But I didn't memorize Speak with Dead because I was pretty sure I wasn't going to have to do that in the middle of combat. So that would be something that I would need to rest and memorize. Then I can talk to the corpse and see if he has an opinion on the matter, whether he wants to remain died a hero or whether he wants to come back and continue the fight. I suspect I know what the answer will be, but that doesn't mean I know what the answer will be.
Right.
So,
Can you talk to Chuck? Can you talk to your deity? Maybe
I
or
can,
will
but
they-
again, that's spells that
He's probably my deity with.
I redid my spell list for combat.
Right.
So I don't have
Right. Either
any-
way, you need to rest for a bit.
Yeah, I don't have
Um,
any of the.
Are
Speak
we
with
going to
Dead
take several
or-
days off anyway?
Yeah, I think we are right now, right?
Well,
I
that
think
depends on what's happening. I mean,
Les is talking, sort of. You're talking kind of a hero's journey part right now, right? Where we're like time is passing.
Well, no, I mean this is the same day. Of the battle where the celebration is that evening.
Right.
I mean,
We haven't taken any time off yet, really. Yet.
Yeah, you guys fought upon Odysseus and the battle in the morning and early afternoon. The battle was complete by mid-afternoon, and now it's the evening of that same day. You've sort of everybody's sort of like piled back over to Dresden to alert the city that the battle has been won, and that's where you find yourself now.
Okay, and I defer to Lothar and all dead talking to and whatnot, but Geyer was a crusader, so was he not Iomede's minion or no?
Geyer was an Iomedean.
Guy, really,
So-
yeah, he's an
yeah, so-
Iomedean.
I'm just asking since I don't ever test out these herald powers, but I got a hotline to the boss. Maybe I can ask her.
Well, if you have direct influence or direct contact on that,
That's what I'm asking Les over here. I'm like,
we might be able to save the Speak with Dead spell.
You could certainly
That's
ask.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, boss. In your glory, we had a great battle over here. It was pretty sweet. I hope you got to see it. If not, DVR it and watch it back later. It's great.
So
But
you
anyway,
go. So I'm assuming you go into Citadel Dresden, where the Sword of Valor is up, the
Yeah.
banner, and that's
I'm gonna
sort of
guess-
like the de facto kind of temple of Iomede inside of Dresden.
Yeah, and I'm gonna guess that as Flashheart has aged and maybe become slightly wiser and gotten these herald responsibilities, he probably hangs out with the Sword of Valor a little more because that's a more ethereal being, and I'm guessing Flashheart has less worldly needs.
True. So keep in mind that the Sword of Valor in its normal form is just a banner. Now, occasionally that banner emits a celestial, but it's not out there all the time. He's not sitting there all the time. It's a lot of times it's just a banner.
But it's very, very Flashheart to just have people walk by the room and I'm just talking to a banner.
Sure. No,
Like,
absolutely.
"Hey, what do you think about this thing?" And they're like, "Woo-hoo, woo-hoo."
Yeah, they've assumed for a long time that you're kind of a nut. So, but you know how it is. You
I've
know,
openly admitted it.
the people who are closest to insane are the ones that are closest to the deities.
That's right.
It's the pernicious effect of the deities. All right, so you go in there and you basically you call on Iomade to come speak with you, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, it works. And now I'm going to show you something really cool that I just started doing in Roll20. Hold on, check this out.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Can you guys see
Ooh,
that?
nice.
Yep.
I do.
Oh, cool.
Moving
Yes.
fire.
Uh,
Can you guys see that okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
we see her in flames behind
Oh
her.
no, it's a
That
redhead. What did we learn about
God is on
redheads?
fire. Oh my God, she's a
What's her name,
tiefling.
Tiffany?
Ooh, and the center jewel kind of flashes too.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's not letting me make it larger. Hold on a second.
The hair moves a
Plenty
bit.
big enough.
You can zoom in yourself.
Shoot that laser.
Yeah,
It looks cool.
We can zoom in at our end. We can make it as big as we
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can make it as big as I want. I mean,
yeah. My tools are all kind of missing for some reason. I don't know why.
Phrasing.
it is awesome.
Is that cool? So yeah, this Roll20 now allows animated battle maps, MP4 battle maps. So I found this thing and I'm like, this is perfect. So that is Iomade. She has come to see it. She is, and you hear her voice. So she comes, and she's this enormous creature. She's probably 20 feet tall, wreathed in flames. The sword of Iomade on her chest, glowing. With this sparkling magic. As she looks down upon you, and she smiles at you, Flashheart, and she says, "Ah, my servant, Flashheart, my herald to the Worldwound. I am glad to see you. I know of your victory, and I am very pleased. You have done well."
I'll go to my knees and draw radiance too, because he's a talking sword now, so he can talk to her too if he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Are we there or
Iomade,
not there?
yeah.
Is he by himself?
You guys can be there. Absolutely.
You guys just hang back a second. You can be there though.
I'm hanging back, but I got my head down.
God might want to hang back the most.
I'm being reverent. I'm being respectful.
I don't mind want to hang.
Who's that guy?
hang
What kind of
back in-
sword does she have?
Hang back in
Yeah.
the next tower over.
Yeah. Like, who's this guy who thinks he's invisible, creeping around behind me? So
I see you, says Iomade. I see you, creature of Nocticula.
I will just say, we have many of our we have vanquished our foes, but many of our comrades have fallen. And all of them, all the Crusaders, died in your glory. And now we will do what's best for Dresden and hopefully make a difference in this war. Question. The leader.
While I got you here.
Yeah, while I got you. The Crusader leader, Geyer, saved us all, I'll say, by a heroic charge that held the line a little longer so we could finish off the other elements of this demon army. And we are contemplating if it would be something he'd wanted to be returned to this plane to continue his responsibilities here, or if he's ready to ascend into your glory or wherever you go when you're hanging out with Iomade.
She smiles at you.
Community or something like a gated community. Yeah,
she smiles at you and she says, "Yes, Commander Geyer is known to me, and Pharasma has entrusted him into my keeping. His fight is over. Let me show you what Geyer is doing right now." And she opens up, she points over, and you know how like in Doctor Strange where the sort of windows open up? This one, she's sort of like a window opens up next to her. And inside there, you see this. That is Geyer.
Nice.
You can see he's in a long hall in front, sitting at a table, and behind him are the ghostly figures lined up behind him of men that you guys recognize from the battle. Geyer's Crusaders, all sort of gathered around him. They have drinks, and Geyer is sitting there at the end of a long table.
I was going to ask if those are his 43 virgins.
I don't think that's Iomade as a religion, but okay.
Yeah,
No, I
that's a
know.
totally different religion. But
Asking for a friend.
yeah, you can see Geyer, and he smiles at you guys, and you can see he's got this giant wooden mug in front of him. He takes a big slug of it, and you guys can't hear anything. You can see his lips moving. It looks like he's talking, but you guys can't hear anything. And you can see behind him, he sort of lifts the mug up, and the shades of the other Crusaders are like, you can see them like, and everybody's clapping and smacking each other in the back. And slowly the vision ends. And you can see you come back to this. And Iomade says, Geyer has fought bravely on my behalf and in my name for many years. He has earned the rest that he enjoys now with his own blood. He has paid for it with his blood, as well as with his men. He is enjoying the rewards of his service now, and he will not be coming back.
Okay. Thank you, Iomade. We're going to make our way to whatever we think is the next best place to be.
Now that you mention it, says Iomade, I do have some information for you.
All right. I was fishing.
Like funny.
By the way, that little Valhalla scene was awesome, but in my mind, what I was seeing was the Happy Gilmore end of Happy Gilmore, where Chubbs is in heaven playing the piano. That's what remember talking about Carl Weathers is playing the piano up there.
So Iomade says to you, and she's basically speaking. She's looking at Flashheart, and when she addresses him as Herald, but you can tell that she's sort of speaking to all of you, and she goes, what you have done has created an unstoppable chain of events, much like the giant stone ball in the first Indiana Jones movie. The end of the crusade is fast approaching, and your successes against the forces of the Worldwound, the death of Baphomet, the defeat of Papanavicius, so many others, have finally forced Deskari's hand. He intends to rip the Worldwound open and engulf all of northern Golarion in something called the Rasping Rifts. The Lord of the Locust Host, which is another name for Deskari, no longer desires the constant steady stream of anguish and despair that this long-lasting crusade has supplied to him. He is ready to complete the project that he has started. His greatest champion, Areelu Vorlesh, is even now preparing the final ritual to finish the job that she started over a century ago. The Worldwound is a madness, a land that sheds its skin like a serpent. It is a place where what is seen cannot be trusted, and where the line between Golarion and the abyss is at its thinnest. Even now, Deskari prepares a final widespread assault against the southern forces to divert the attention of the Crusaders away from Areelu Vorlesh and the ritual she is preparing. Herald, you and your allies must now stop this. Your job now, and the final job that I will ask of you, is to heal the Worldwound itself.
Okay.
How this can be done is hidden from me, but Queen Galfrey approaches Dresden even now. Pose the question to the Queen. She will know the answers.
Great. Thank you, Charlie. Me and the angels will be ready to respond. Okay. I don't know what you say to a god to hang up, so but thank you, Iomade, in your name and your service, yada yada. All right.
Yada yada.
Yada yada yada. Well, she basically says, do this for me, and you will be, and she looks at the rest of you, you will be released from my service. This is the final request that I and my fellow deities will ask of you.
Wait, this guy too, or those guys?
Well, everybody. I mean, so here's the thing about this. Here's the thing about deities, right? their relationships with each other are not nearly as cut and dried as the relationships between their worshipers and each other, right? So you've got a couple of deities involved here. One is Iomedae, obviously. One is Erastil, who's high priest in this region, walks with you. And, Erastil has taken a definite interest in what transpires here. And one can safely assume that Erastil's, is allied with Iomedae, even though they are quite different from their attitudes and powers and what their areas of influence are. You've also gotten. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It reminds me of American Gods. The show. All the gods have like their own kind of different interests in working with each other in their.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and even it even sometimes deities, especially major deities, which both Erastil and Iomedae are. When you become a major deity, sort of it gets complicated, right? So there was, and you guys will remember, some of you guys will remember from the 13C campaign where one of the tasks that you were given was to keep Orcus from escaping from his extra-dimensional prison, right?
Right.
In that task, both Asmodeus, Desna, Iomedae were all in agreement. But there was a complicated thing that none of them could act directly against Orcus because of agreements that they had previously made.
Pacts and everything, right?
Yeah, so you can say, from those things you can assume that lawful evil gods, chaotic evil gods, lawful good, chaotic good gods, they all have various interwebbed areas of both influence and alliance, right? In certain things, for example, making sure that Orcus doesn't get released into the astral plane, it could easily be that Iomedae and Erastil and a creature like Asmodeus might find themselves in agreement and in alliance. Now, they won't trust each other. They won't always work together. Certainly their servants would not work together, but those alliances could be quite reasonable. Obviously Erastil and Iomedae have a great deal in common. They're both good. They're major gods. They're both good gods. Iomedae is quite militaristic, though, and quite modern in the sense of gods of Galarian, whereas Erastil is an old god, not massively militaristic, more of home and hearth type of god. So while their attitudes towards things might be quite different, they could easily find themselves in alliance on a subject like this, as might Nocticula, right? So Nocticula is not a greater god, but she's also very ambitious. And she is willing to abrogate some of her I'm a chaotic evil semi-deity to maybe I could get things better. Maybe things could be better for me if I had some tacit alliances with some of these greater deities and we work together on this little project. And maybe I have a thing that I need later on and I have some ambitions and that kind of stuff. The murder of Baphomet was a huge sort of sop to that idea. One, it enhances Nocticula's standing among all the gods quite significantly. Two, by her killing a chaotic evil deity who has caused a lot of problems over the centuries for both lawful good and chaotic good deities and their minions, she buys a little bit of goodwill from those particular groups. And so, there's that. So basically she's saying, look, the message she's got for you guys is, I need you to stop the Worldwound itself. Areelu Vorlesh, which is Deskari's greatest general.
We've met her before. There,
you've met her briefly before, yeah.
Snapped Fletcher's neck or something, or wasn't that her, the elf girl we picked up in that temple?
Maybe, yeah. She probably could.
She was flying back on the dragon and Storm and killed whoever else was with her, and then Storm.
Could be, yeah.
Guys?
But yeah, so but basically, Iomedae is saying, look, there is, like as Dan pointed out very ably earlier, they've decided that the Hail Mary is what they want to do. So they're based. What Iomade is saying, look, they're gonna push southwest to keep the Crusaders busy while they explode the whirlwind, the world wound, especially, and basically create an ever expanding world wound that will, take over northern Galarian. Hold that thought. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
We need some elevator music playing now.
Yeah.
Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do,
I like-
do,
I want to say,
do, do,
you need to go stop the world wound. You're like, and then all research service. What if we're like, nah? You know what? I appreciate
one
the
small
offer, but
favor for you. You know this
Yeah,
world that's been here for 1,000 years. Could you just take care of that for me?
yeah, real quick.
That'd be
Against
great.
the biggest demon. you
Not
fought today.
thousands, hundreds, just hundreds.
Okay, it's 100.
And then I swear I won't ask for anything else.
Yeah. Well, there is this one other thing.
Well,
I
while
was
you're
like,
at it,
I'll release you from my service. I'm like, wait a minute, aren't I your guy here? Aren't I
Yeah.
your
I don't wanna be
config of the
released.
area
What
on
are you
the
talking about?
plane? Like, what is this release from service? Am I going to be sleeping with the fishes? What happened?
I dedicate my life to you. We're gonna have to let you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're going in a different direction.
Going in a different direction.
We want something a little less cracked in the head. We've been talking to this Gato guy. He's a caravan guard who's really got some gumption. We really think he was the man for the job.
Okay. So I'm thinking, I was looking at my character. I'm thinking we need to push for a level. It's been like a year since we've had a single level.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we
we
played
just
like
push the whole army.
I agree.
Yeah.
There certainly should be some experience points there.
Yeah, we should
Can we go on
we should be
strike?
able to skip a couple levels. Les won't mind if we skip a few levels, right? Let's just go to 20, make it 20 even.
Yeah,
All in agreement?
we're gonna strike like the writers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we could
No
all
AI
just level
replacing us.
up.
We don't want to be replaced by AI, and we want 3 levels.
Yeah, tell the gods we're not doing a damn thing until we get leveled. I'm sure that'll go over real well for the
Yeah.
priest party. Well, the priest and the paladin.
And
Yeah.
Matt, by the way, I think the yada yada comment that definitely should go in the Paladin book.
Yeah, things you shouldn't do
Yada,
Yada yada.
You don't yada yada a god.
while paying
Your
homage
god
to
in
your, while
particular.
paying homage to your deity. You do not yada 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 the best part.
Hey, he mentioned the bisque.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have turned to Radiance, because he's a talking sword now, and I never really converse with him, so I should have him like a pirate's parrot that I just keep asking him questions. Kill the demons. Realm of the Mammoth Lords. Why aren't we friends with those guys? You see this on the edge of the map here? And wait, Mike, when are we going to get down to your Menzo Baranzan? Maybe
You know,
just
we
hop
got
on
kind of
that?
a pass on that.
Well, yeah,
What's
we
that?
got a big extension on that.
But yeah,
So, like-
we pretty much got a, hey, as long as you're working on this,
Yeah, the timer
we're
stopped.
gonna-
I'm just. Are we really going to? Is the campaign going to go into where we're all like level 30, and then we're going to hit up Menzo Baranzan and
See,
take on
that's what I
level
think
7
is
and
going
grow?
on.
Yeah.
Les had some extra stuff to do, but then realized we still had a bunch of this stuff to do. So I think he's just kind of trying to back out of that one.
So the countdown on that stopped as long as
Right.
we're doing the Crusader thing. So then when we finish and everyone's 20th level and he starts to write the prologue of what everyone has done, that's when Ilindar is going to die.
Right.
Because we never went to Menzo Baranzan to pay that price.
Yeah. I want to just fade off into the distance on my sky whale. The last thing you see me is just me riding off into the sunset on a sky whale.
I think this is Les's way to get out of writing my prologue or epilogue or whatever.
Epilogue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
He's like, I was gonna write yours, but you die quickly, so
Yeah, you died off because you never went to Menzo Baranzan.
All right, we got a lot of demands now, Les. Now you're back.
A lot of demands.
Yeah, we're gonna strike until we see some levels. We don't want to be replaced by AI, and we want a few levels. The gods are good with that, right?
Oh, that's fun. no, we'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Trust me. All right. So that basically, is what Iomedeus said. So you get the impression that these things are happening now, that you might not get a ton of time, and that kind of stuff. The next, you guys, got you, Don.
Yeah.
Got it. So you guys rest that evening. The next morning, Queen Galfrey has arrived. She has teleported in from the southwest, where she has been leading those forces directly, and she has come to talk with you guys.
All right, we get a bottle of Chianti out, and you meet the Queen.
Hey, Queen Galfrey.
So that's Queen Galfrey, and so she comes in and basically says, she speaks to you guys and basically says, "Look, I got a visitation from Iomedae last night, and she explained to me the situation. She said she'd talk to you guys, so I figure I better come here and tell you what I know." So first of all, she's like, "Congratulations on the battle. I can't tell you how big of a deal this is. We had noticed that Deskari had been pulling forces away from the southwest, but we didn't know for what reason. It was only until a couple of days ago that we were only right on the verge of when they attacked that we realized, or that we were informed that this was the place. We do not have a lot of scouts in the Northeast, and so we couldn't see it coming. So apologies that we weren't able to provide you any intelligence on the approaching army. But it sounds like you guys, dealt with it in the manner to which I've grown accustomed to if you're dealing with things. So, which is great. But basically it's just like, yeah, there's, that said, we're already starting to see more and more demons pouring out of the Worldwound to fill in the gaps in the armies along the Sarkora River. There really is, we're getting the impression that there's going to be a pretty big push southward by Deskari's armies, which makes sense. He's going to try and keep us from stopping them. Now, my people have not been languishing while you guys have been doing what you've been doing. We were able to discover, and now that Iomedae has said that basically we have to essentially destroy the Worldwound, we have to stop the Worldwound, and that she wants you guys to do it. You'll remember the Lexicon of Paradox, that book that we used the pages to close that one gate that was in that alchemistry lab a couple of books ago?
Yes. Yeah,
where you were on both sides and you had to do the things
behind it. Yeah, we closed the gate behind us, locked ourselves in. I remember.
Yeah. Well, we've been experimenting with that book and we've been analyzing it. We're pretty sure that there is a methodology contained within the magic and the instructions in that book that will allow us to close the Worldwound entirely.
Yeah, let's do that.
The problem is it can't be done remotely. You guys have to be in a place. There's a tower at the edge of the Worldwound called Threshold. And everything that we have been able to ascertain indicates that any sort of magic that would need to be done would have to be done there. Threshold stands in the city of Iz, and you would require not only the book, but other things as well. Once you get into that tower, you'll have to set several dimensional lock scrolls. These essentially will work like set charges within the tower against the membrane between the Abyss and Golarion. Second, and those will have to be set on both sides of the membrane for this to work. You'll remember when we were at that alchemistry lab, we had to be on both sides of the thing to close the gate. The same principle exists here. You'll have to be on both sides. It's like planning architectural or explosive charges in a building at key sites. You'll have to do those with these scrolls. You'll also need some other things. They'll essentially, what these scrolls will do is resonate the ritual that you guys will have to do and magnify it to make sure that it finishes the job. However, you can't just cast a symbol of sealing here. There has to be a special focus, and the special focus we've determined is the same nyahydrian crystal chisel that was used by the Storm King to destroy the Kenebris Wardstone back a year and a half ago. There are several tasks within the city of Iz that you should probably try to do before you conduct the ritual. You want to get the nyahydrian chisel, obviously, from the cult of Deskari in the city, probably by slaying its high priest. And then you probably want, and then once you get that, you want to probably learn a little bit more about the nature of the Worldwound and how it was formed, because there is something that we've only heard referred to called the Suture, which we're not sure how this relates to the Worldwound. We do know, but we do know that it's important, and any information that you find is going to help you to be able to conduct the ritual effectively. And then lastly, you guys are going to be in the same city as Khorramzadeh, the Storm King, the creature that killed the Silver Dragon, that even now you still carry the scales of. This would be your opportunity for revenge.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Once you've got that done, the external defenses that protect Threshold that we believe are there would likely be thrown into disarray. Once you get into the tower, there's probably challenges within the tower, and frankly, we don't know what those are. You'll be seeing those things for the first time. We just don't know. But you won't necessarily, if you do if you kill Deskari's high priest, get the chisel, you find out more about this information about the Suture, and you assassinate Khorramzadeh, whatever's in the city will be in disarray, and you won't have to worry about the tower being accosted by hundreds of maybe thousands of demons either, because of that'll throw everything into chaos. That way you can have the time that you need to conduct the ritual. Does that make sense?
Can you talk about that middle part again?
Which part is that?
You may have to remind us of stuff as we go through this.
Okay.
Yeah,
We do have some information. So regarding the chisel, the nyahydrian chisel, we've done a variety of divinations that have revealed that it is kept sort of as a trinket by the high priest of Deskari at Iz, which is a woman who is known among the faithful as her name is Mistress Anamora. Nobody has really seen her. Very little is known about her because the Deskari's church is very decentralized. There's no real rigorous hierarchies or anything. But the people we've talked to and the people we've interrogated in the divinations that we've done believe that the nyahydrian chisel's use is now past, and that basically the leader keeps it as a relic. If you can kill her, the Church of Deskari will fall into internal bickering and strife for several weeks, perhaps months. More than enough time for you guys to finish the task closing the Worldwound without the cult being able to move against you. Mistress Anamora dwells somewhere within the walls of an old Sarkorian brothel called the Yearning House. But what sort of horrors the demons have turned that place into, we don't know. We've tried to send spies into Iz, and they've been captured, killed, what have you.
A demonic brothel? Is that what we're talking about here?
Correct.
Tell
Second,
me more.
to learn about the Suture, there's a place also in the city of Iz called the Soul Foundry, where lead is being alloyed with captured souls to create unusual and unstable material that's known as soul lead, one of the many vile materials used in the creation of abyssal constructs and like retrievers, wasps, devastators. The Soul Foundry's foreman is a half Babao dwarf known as the Filleted Man, and one of his nicknames is the Suture's Keeper. in the paradox, the Lexicon of Paradox notes the suture and talks about it, and it says whatever it is, it was created when the Worldwound was opened, and that its presence at the original portal will greatly ease the challenge of closing it. We don't know what it is. We don't know what its significance is, but it said it was created at the same time, and it being back there when you guys do the ritual will help complete the ritual. And then finally, the last one is relatively straightforward, and that's challenging Khorramzadeh. Going to his palace in the middle of is probably a foolish idea, but because it's huge, it's well guarded, and it's unknown whether Khorramzadeh would even be in his palace in the day that you guys would manage to infiltrate. We can't scry him. We don't know where he is. He's got protections that otherwise keep us from discerning his exact location. But if you manage to accomplish if you manage to get the nyahydrian chisel, kill the Deskari high priest, and somehow acquire that suture thing, I'm confident that he's going to notice this and come to you.
Get his attention, yeah.
Yeah, he'll come to you, and he might feel forced to step in and do what his people have not been able to do, which is defeat you guys or suffer Deskari's wrath. Deskari does not suffer fools gladly, and he suffers failures even worse. Aponavisi has challenged you to single combat largely out of the idea that to fail would result in essentially a fate worse than death at Deskari's hands. Khorramzadeh may face the same pressure. In fact, we feel it.
So basically, these guys have to get two things to bring back for the ritual, and while they're at it, kill Khorramzadeh.
Correct, and kill the high priest of.
Everything we need is local, though, right? We don't have to go to a secondary location to get it. They're all at the tower, near the tower.
No, it's all in the city of Is, and we'll get to that in a moment.
The city of Is. Okay, got it.
Here's the problem, and it's a pretty significant problem. We've ascertained Areelu Vorlesh is in the process of conducting the ritual that will break open the Worldwound. It will be complete in 5 days. The ritual will be complete in 5 days.
So I've got 4 days to go and do other stuff.
Tell us more about the demonic brothel. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Lothar. Is that in the book? Sorry.
Yeah, it is in the book.
Yeah.
Is a terrible place. This is what it looks like. It is, in every sense, a demonic city.
So I have a question.
Like Las Vegas?
Kind of.
Yes.
If that helps you.
We have 5 days
mm-hmm.
to accomplish whatever we need to accomplish at this point. So is there a benefit to going to Is and doing steps A through X, as opposed to going to where Vorlesh is, killing them, in which case they can't complete the ritual?
The problem with that is going straight to Areelu Vorlesh is that we don't know where she is. We suspect that she's in this tower, this threshold. But if you go straight there and begin to try and attack and kill her and begin the ritual, you'll have the entire city down on your heads.
It sounds like we're going to have that in Is.
Well, you'll be in Is, but the thing about Is it is we're gonna have a lot of problem with that. It's not massively populated.
It depends on what your definition of is.
I like it.
Thanks, Mr. President. You jackass.
Hold on. On what your definition? Okay. All right.
Okay, so there's a legitimate reason as far as Queen Galfrey is concerned.
Yeah, basically
we would go to Is and try to backdoor end this ritual, as opposed to go to the source and front door end this ritual.
Right. The back door she thinks is going to be more successful. She's worried that basically if you go to the front door and try and stop it, that you'll be stopped instead by the entire contents of the city. Now, what she says is if you can get this chisel, which you need anyway to stop the thing, and you can knock out the high priestess, it throws the cult of Deskari into disarray. And then they won't be able to come together and attack you as a unit, essentially, because it'll devolve into infighting, and they won't be able to get organized.
Yeah.
Second, the suture thing, which is listed, is discussed in the pages of the lexicon, was present at the creation, and the way the lexicon talks basically is like, you could potentially be able to close the world wound with the instructions in the lexicon, but if you have this suture thing with you, which they don't know what it is, but if you have it with you, or at least knowledge of how it works, it's going to be easier. And second, if you guys go straight at Areelu Vorlesh, Khorramzadeh is going to know about it, and he's going to come to her aid. Areelu Vorlesh is no picnic herself. She is easily the strongest general in Deskari's, with the exception of Khorramzadeh, she's the strongest of Deskari's generals. Khorramzadeh is a pit feed and a tough one. So he's got his whole thing going. But fighting them both together,
I say Khorramzadeh lasts max 2 rounds against our barbarian.
Oh no, I've made significant changes to his stat block.
It really won't matter.
Yeah. Wait, I need Don to update my macro to make sure I get max bleed on any creatures you bring. So that should help us out.
So it's possible, but you will need the chisel, and you probably should have the suture to go in there to aid you in conducting the ritual.
What happened to Don? He's gone.
He sent me a text. He said
He's
his
invisible,
internet
hiding, and
his internet just dropped. He'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
no, he's invisible, hiding, and pickpocketing
And stealing
someone.
stuff from all our
Probably me.
Yeah. As soon as Iomade got back to her plane, she's like, "Where is my bag of?
Where is my servant in whom I am well pleased?"
No, she's been pickpocketed too.
Yeah, she's been pickpocketed.
Where's my coin of mhm.
Yeah, my holy relic of.
What about a watch? I had a watch on.
So this is the
We hear this
This is the city.
of,
from the
of
clouds. It's
his.
very thunderous. What the?
So this is the city. It is split in two by the world wound itself, and you can see that there is also this sort of wrap around here which protects the inner core of the city, which is world wound. There are bridges over it, so you'll be able to pass through it. Not here, not on this big one. There's no bridges over that, but there's bridges on this one with the smaller ones, so you can get from this side of the city into the area that's Khorramzadeh's palace. The Tower of Threshold is right here.
Where?
Not sure
Yeah,
what
I see
it
it.
is.
Oh shit, I'm on the wrong level. Hold on a second.
Right.
You have to be a demon to see
Right.
a growing thing.
There, see it?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see
of
it,
course.
yeah.
Right on
Oh,
the right
so-
of the edge.
So Areelu Vorlesh is in the same place in the city of Iz.
Correct.
Is she?
Okay. Well, yeah, because she's supposed. Well, in theory, she's supposed to be at this.
She's
tower.
at- We
Well,
believe
it
that
is-
she's
it's
going to
fun.
be conducting the new ritual that explodes the world wound at this tower called Threshold.
Great.
All right, so we got 5 days. We should probably head on.
So we got to get to the Death Star, find the tractor beam release, and okay, got it. Set. Let's do it.
So basically says there's a couple of ways that you can get there. Hold on a second. Let's go back to the world wound map.
And as far as these scrolls, do we have those? Do you have those?
I have them.
Okay.
And I have the lexicon, which I will give to you.
Okay.
So we're here in Dresden.
In gold pieces
I'm sorry?
and the 1 million gold pieces.
In small coins.
the
Yeah, small
artifacts?
coins.
Small
denomination.
coins. Yeah, in coppers. She's giving you 1 million gold pieces in copper ingots.
We already know that even Skyway couldn't pick that up.
Well, yeah. I mean, Gordon. I think Gordon and I agree on that. That could be picked up. You couldn't move it from place to place.
I'm pretty sure Gordon and you have not agreed on most stuff since this began.
I don't know.
Most
Doesn't Skyway weigh
especially,
the same amount as a copper? I thought that was.
most
How
especially.
many
the
coppers
rate of
to a
coin.
sky whale? How many
No,
coppers
it's
to a
much
sky
more
whale?
dense.
Yeah.
How many coppers can a sky whale carry around? I would have to do some
Or-
math on that.
No, it's 1.5 coppers to a sky whale. Wait to wait. It doesn't matter carrying
Yeah.
capacities. Wait to wait.
Skyway down, Skyway down.
All right, so you guys are here at Dresden. The battle took place here in this blue circle. You guys are back in the city. Is actually kind of close, relatively speaking, to where you are. It's in the middle of the Worldwound, but it's not super far. And I mean, you do have a certain benefit.
Yeah, how do we get there? That's the question.
Well, there's a couple of ways. I mean, you could basically travel there, but it'll take a long time. So you guys travel quickly, but you know, there's the potential to.
With commando ropes.
Well, here's the problem. We've been trying to put teleport beacons close to the city, and our guys have been getting caught, essentially. And all the teleport beacons that we've been able to put anywhere near the city have been thing. What we can do is we have put a teleport beacon here. You see right there, right by where that red circle is.
Okay.
You can teleport to there, and we've also got another one here. It's too far away to good night. So you'd have to go in two things. At this point, one of Harlakar's generals, Vertigern, who you've met, comes over, and he comes into the room, and he's got a box with him. And so this is Harlakar's senior general. He survived the battle. He was in charge of the secondary wing of Harlakar's guys.
I remember.
He's got a box with him, and he says, "If I can speak, there's one thing that I would ask that you guys do on your way to Is. You were at the battle yesterday." And you understand completely how chaotic things were at the very end. Well, there were several of our men that were unaccounted for, at least until we captured this fellow here. And it'll be just a second while I get this.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he's in the box?
I thought it'd be like, hey guys, I'm not on your flight, but can you take this box with you?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did
What
I
is
pack
this?
my own bag?
Have you packed the suitcases yourself?
Yeah. Did you pack
Have they
the box
been in your
yourself?
possession?
No.
And
A
this
friendly
better
dwarf gave it
this
to me.
better not be a dwarven dick in a box.
No one wants to see that. All right, what do we got here, Les?
Hold on a sec. Where's my guy?
What do we have here?
Where's my other thing? Where's my other thing?
Are these representatives of the Lollipop Guild?
No, they are not.
You're gonna sing hymns of dwarven dick in a box.
Are they representatives of prisoners?
God damn it! Why is this? Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves while I try and figure out what level all this shit is on.
I'm gonna keep teaching Radiance to talk like a parrot. So when I say you want a cracker, you're supposed to like, nah, I don't like parrot. No, just me. Okay, got it.
Okay. So
Let's
hold
totally
on.
agree with that.
It's Flashheart and the 10 Durgar.
Meanwhile, Asher's going to make fun of the paladin.
Yeah, that's Paladin is fine with that. My sense of humor is huge as a hero. Huge, multi-dimensional humor.
If your insecurities lead you to make jabs, go ahead. Oh shit!
All right, hold on.
What the hell?
That's a
Yeah.
little bit different.
We got
Don,
half
were
the
you here
face.
when
That's
they
what I
were
want.
talking
All right.
There we
about-
go.
So Vertigan opens the box
No, it wasn't.
and collected on a chain on a bar. So it's kind of like they wedge it out. Is this creature? Now this creature is not large. It's small, about the size of a medium-sized dog, and it comes scuttling out.
I know that. You said
of-
this
of-
guy after midnight, didn't you?
He comes scuttling out, and he's like, "Let me go! Let me go! I've come to help you, for Pete's sake! What are you doing? I've come out to the battle to help you." And the dwarf is like, "Speak, imp! Tell them what you told us." I'll speak. And he kind of looks around, and he's like, "It's the heroes of Dresden," that kind of thing. And he says, "Well, I've come to tell you, at the pain of my freedom, that
Yeah, there were some people that escaped your pickets and your nets when the dwarves went out to capture and kill all the remaining demons that were trying to escape. They failed. Several of them failed and were captured, and they were taken prisoner by some Nalfeshnis and their servants. They're on their way back to Iz with their captures, and they're eating them along the way. If you want to catch them, there is still time.
Yeah, I'm down for that. If you remember, that's Flashheart's backstory. He was captured, and they were eating the other party members.
That's true.
One at a time. So this resonates with
Shadows
him.
too.
Is this the guy that was shitting behind our couch when
No, but he is adorable. Have you thought about becoming a servant on Iomedae? Because I could use a new.
I got a brochure for you right here.
We need a new general here at Dresden while we're gone.
So basically, he says that there have been about 12 dwarves that have been captured by a group of Nalfashni commandos who were escaping. And you'll remember when the demons were routed, Harlakar's guys went into action and began running them down, chasing them down. Well, these guys turned a couple of those Nalfashnis, several of them actually, about a half dozen, turned the tables on the people who were running them down and captured them. They are now prisoners of the Nalfashni, are being taken to Iz for sacrifice or whatever. But what this imp tells you is basically they're eating them on the way. As sort of like rations on the hoof. And what
on the menu, boys.
What Vertigern says is, look, you guys are going to Iz anyway. I know you're leaving soon. If you could free them, I know that we already owe you guys a huge debt of gratitude and obligation, but I don't think I can get there in time to save these guys before they're all killed. You guys can. Would you be willing to do that on your way to Iz?
Like in the 5 days, right? Because we have 5 days.
You got 5 days, yeah.
Now we got.
What they'll say is they were able to put what Galfrey says, Queen Galfrey says, is we were able to have some of the guys, they were able to put a teleport beacon close to where we think these guys may be. We were doing it because we were setting beacons all through the rifts. But in this case, the intelligence that we've compared with what this imp is telling us, as far as location, is saying that these guys are being captured. They are right now here. Hold on. Right now, they are at this red circle. We've got
It's the first teleport spot. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 5 miles from there, but this give you guys opportunity, and it's in a rift canyon. You guys could get in there, but if you could free them, Vertigern is like, look, there's no one else I can ask to do this. We can't get there in time.
All right, so we get there, we kill the Nalfeshni, and then we eat them. Is that the plan?
Correct.
Yes. Well, right, I mean, it's hungry work.
It's a long way to get to Iz.
Things paladins cannot do.
Restrictive.
Eat dwarf prisoners. Okay.
Can you rescue prisoners only to eat them? No.
Hard no.
Got it. It will be in the book later tonight.
Yeah. Is that all prisoners or just dwarven prisoners?
That would be all prisoners.
All prisoners. Okay.
There was a question we were gone less is that they had the can't say yada 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 when talking to your deity. Trying to hurry it along. I mean, she's
apparently
already
that's frowned upon.
Even if you're talking about lobster bisque.
She mentioned the bisque.
Harold's getting upset. All right. Let's. I say that let's put it on the list. So I guess we try to load up, boys and girls.
Yeah, if you guys go here, I mean, if you guys can go there and attack this thing later today, this evening, then you can use the teleports to get here, and then it's about a 10-mile run to Iz. Now, the thing about Iz, so basically, Galfrey has a fair amount of flavor text to share with you. The city of Iz hangs upon the edge of the Worldwound like a condemned man in a noose. Its jagged, decaying buildings dangling at the edge of a vast, dark rift. The silence of the city streets is unnerving, yet the screams and shrieks and sound of metal scraping on stone that periodically pierce the silence are even worse. A sickness hangs about the city, a pallid smog that dances with dark shadows of the abyss, an otherworldly cancer caressing this world with terrible rifts. Even the sky seems to bleed. During the height of Sarkoris, the grand city of Iz was the only city in the nation that could be considered a metropolis. But even in those days, it was underpopulated for its size. Today, the city is all but abandoned, and it serves as little more than a trophy for the Worldwound as its districts slowly crumble away into the Worldwound's steadily approaching canyons. Only about a third of the city remains, and most of its ruined buildings are empty, or at most infested with demonic vermin. Many of its larger key structures have been claimed by powerful demons, minions of Deskari, that kind of stuff. The Yearning House and the Soul Foundry are two examples of this. The streets of Iz are largely empty now. Until recently, trains of sacrifices being marched from Iz to Undaran were a regular sight here. Yet at the end of this crusade, as it begins to draw near, even these periodic breaks to the ruined city's ghost town qualities have abated. The settlement today is known as the City of Locusts, for the skies above it are constantly abuzz with carnivorous swarms of the pests, drawn to the region by Deskari's influence.
Yeah.
The swarms pay no attention to creatures who move about on the ground below, but will feed on any of those who attempt to fly higher than about 100 feet.
Okay,
So don't fly real high.
They do not.
So
But-
question. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you have more flavor to it. I'm just thinking we get to the city, it doesn't seem like too much of an ask, but once we get to the city, it's not like we can just traipse in like ourselves, right? We gotta disguise ourselves or come
No,
in stealthily or something.
It sounds like the city's mostly empty, so we can just walk through as ourselves.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Now, Les,
well,
while you're gone,
Paladin,
Mike
stealth.
asked about leveling up.
Did he?
Yeah.
One negative level, Mike.
He demanded 5 levels.
So how does that compare with the level or two we get from
From defeating.
It'll be
monsters
leveling
in
down.
range.
All right, fine. You know, I was going to wait until the end of the day, but yes, no. After all the flavor text, and once you guys embark on this final battle, you guys get a level. So you guys will level up for next time.
So we're 18th.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't think that's correct. Wait a second. You guys are 16th, right? You guys will move to 16th.
Why don't you just round it up to 20, just to make it even an even 20 less.
Actually, there's some rounding going on there.
What do you guys? You guys right now are at 15, right? Most of you. All of you?
Yes.
It
All right.
depends. Do you know or not?
Yeah. If you don't know, apparently Gatto's gonna lie, which is not really a surprise.
If I don't know and I find out that I was lied to, people will be taken back to their masters
Uh-oh.
for servitude.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm 15th right now.
There we go. You managed to get the truth out of Gatto. All hail DM.
Whatever level you guys are now, get one more.
I applaud you, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
This is what I do.
Do I get a breath weapon now at this level?
That I don't know.
Bad
Probably. Who knows at this point? But yeah, you guys will get a level before you embark on this thing. Now, I will tell you,
Cool.
this
Done.
is the final level that you guys will get in this adventure.
Does Flash Art have a toothbrush on his character sheet?
I hope
If
so.
not, you've had a breath weapon all this time.
Nah, my breath was always holy, baby. Wind cantrip and minty fresh breath. That's part of the package of a paladin. Wind cantrip for my beautiful mane of mullet hair. And it looks awesome.
That's how the Herald works.
So, just when you say final level, are we not going to Menzo Baranzan then?
Oh well, no, probably not. We're not going to do that. So I had the Menzo Baranzan thing. So just a meta for here a second. I had the Menzo Baranzan thing sort of as a once we completed this, we would take these characters and continue on. But after we've had several discussions, and that you guys were like, well, once we finish this, we want to go to 2 Sundays a month for B
Different
team.
things going on, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna bring this to a satisfactory conclusion. The Menzo Baranzan thing is not gonna happen.
And like I said, it saves him from having to write an epilogue for Illindar. because he just dies.
He just
He just dies. He's taken back amongst his people.
I'm gonna go get the couch shitter and then fly off into the distance with my sky whale.
People under the sky whale are gonna be like, "What is that? It's not even raining. What is going on?"
And who drank all my booze?
Yardley's flying around, crapping all over, crapping all over Galarian as you sky whale your way across the landscape.
Somebody has to manure the lands of the Worldwound to bring back the croplands.
And Yardley is just the man for the job.
Just the man for the job. All right, so
you can yell down to them. Ambergris is disgusting, but it's valuable.
Last thing, let's on the meta part. So if once we're done here, if I want to continue with one of the D&D teams, I had to join B team. Is that correct?
Well, yes. So we will have to talk about how do we open that up. So one of the things that we'll also be doing is we'll probably around the same time be drawing Traveler to a close. And so ultimately what we'll end up doing is we'll be having 2 instances of B team a month and 2 instances of Quarantine with the Classics a month. So Quarantine, we're also coming to the end of their run as well, what they've been doing. So I don't know if you guys are at all familiar with what we've been doing with Quarantine with the Classics, but we opened this up several years ago.
Through Salt March. Salt March was the last one I kept track of.
So they're currently entering the so we did the Giants series against the Giants, and then we went ahead and we did the Underdark. They went into the Underdark one, so they were in the Shrine of the Kuatoa, and now they're entering Vault of the Drow. We're not going to do Queen of the Demon Whip Piss because it's such a stupid one, but the end when they finish Vault of the Drow, the end of that particular campaign, we're going to run Tomb of Horrors straight up. If you die, you die, and whoever, and that's going to be the final module that we're going to do with those characters, and then we're going to start a new campaign. They've mentioned that they want to start a new campaign, and we're probably going to do either Pathfinder 1 or Pathfinder 2nd edition. Not sure yet, but we're probably going to do Curse of Strahd.
Nice. Here's my still all-time favorite module there.
What is that? What is it? Is it quick?
God damn! Why? Okay, let me take the blur off. 1 second.
Your background.
Your camera's not auto-focusing.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Choose background. Background none. There we go. That should take care of it. Use magazine.
Okay. Kind of. I can't read it though. What is it?
It's before the Lost City.
Oh, okay, great one.
B3, B2, B1. There's the Forbidden City.
Nice.
The one you're talking about. Vault of the
That's
Dread.
old school. You got them all.
Oh yeah, Ghost Tower, Hidden Shrine, Secret of Bone Hill, and then of course my favorite stuff. I like the elaborate stuff, the Steve Jackson fantasy trip stuff.
Nice. I used to like, and Dan will remember. So I was bragging about you to those guys once today. We used to, when we were kids and you and I and Tom used to play, you always would come up with modules from Judges Guild, which was like, they were like sophisticated and that kind of stuff. And you as a DM, if you were bringing some Judges Guild heat, everybody was like, ooh, this guy gains. Then
you get older, you're like, did these guys not have an editor or a proofreader?
Yeah.
Well, and then as they got even older, you realize that they started becoming, is this guy an actual Nazi? I believe he is. Exactly. Yeah. So there was
toilet paper to make this page.
There was a lot of so it's not even the original guy. The original guy apparently was not a Nazi, but both his son and his grandson became increasingly vituperative actual Nazis. Nobody likes Judges Guild anymore. Nobody will sell it, that kind of thing. So it's just a horror. Read that story sometime. It grows increasingly horrific with every passing paragraph. But back in 1982, Judges Guild was the shit.
Yeah.
They had just the best stuff. These big.
That was like smoking behind the gym that you grew up back there. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, we're good. So we're gonna run Tomb of Horrors, and then we're gonna. I've already been doing research on Curse of Strahd and the old Ravenloft campaigns, and we're probably gonna do a pretty big blended sandbox Barovia adventure. So I think it's
I'd be up
and
for
full
that.
campaign.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, we're gonna put it out there, and
Borders, you should just have everybody over no play it, because that's like a Hot Ones challenge, right? You just get progressively worse and worse as you go along.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna die horribly. I played that when I was 11. I haven't played it since. So
yep, it's brutal.
It's D&D's Call of Cthulhu, basically.
It really is.
You
Yeah.
don't win.
By the time I
you
rolled my
merely
fourth
survive
character,
how long?
Yeah, by the time I rolled my fourth character, you're like, I'm done with this.
It was absolutely brutal, and I've told them flat out. I said we're playing it absolutely 100% straight up, and if you die, you die. That's it. That's where these characters end. So it's going to be fun. But yeah, ultimately, and I think we've got a fair amount of sessions left before this comes to an actual fruition.
Yeah.
I'm conservatively guessing that all of this transitional elements will take place maybe next summer. I think we've got more than enough material in all three of those campaigns to get through till summer. So we've got some time to think about it. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. I know there's a lot of people who've been coming to me with the same things.
On global thermonuclear war for the last 3 months or so. So, who knows what next summer will look like? We could all be in an apocalyptic landscape, and that's our playing.
I live less than 10 miles. I live less than 10 miles from a major Air Force base. If there's a nuclear war, I'll never know about it.
Yeah, me too. I live right above Fort Dix there, or whatever they call it these days.
The last thing anybody's ever going to hear of me is me going, "Did you hear that?"
And your screen,
and then I'll be like, "Yeah," and it's like gone.
Does anybody else hear a whistling sound?
Yeah, did you guys hear that noise? What is that? It's like a screeching or a whistling. Yeah, no, I'm 8 miles from Scott Air Force Base, which certainly has more than one nuclear weapon targeted at it. So,
Danny, you'll be one of the road warriors down there scavenging against the giant roaches and whatnot in Florida.
Yeah,
isn't that already Florida?
Yeah, I was going to make that joke, but you made it. You made it already. You're already well trained for that down there.
Yeah.
Like rats the size of a German Shepherd. Oh, nutria. Yeah, we got those.
I said that's New York, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are some big ass rats in New York, but do you hear about that?
Make eye contact with them.
Yeah. They'll ask you for money. All right, so that's kind of the situation as it stands. You guys, there's 5 days that they estimate before Areelu Vorlesh finishes whatever it is she's already begun. That will explode the Worldwound outward, outside of his borders, and essentially keep it expanding outward until it begins to take over most of northern Galarian. You guys got an opportunity to stop it, but it's not going to be easy, and you have to go basically into the heart of darkness on this thing. Vertigan wants you guys to free his dwarven soldiers that have been captured and are being, eaten by demons on the way over there. It's on the way, he says. It'll probably take you a day to get close to even with the opportunity to free the.
If we free them, are they coming with us?
Reminds me of being in college and going to a party and stop on the way. Just
What'd you
stop
say?
Pick up some beer.
Exactly. And 4 days later.
It's a party ball.
It's obvious that Vertigan is very concerned about the fate. He's not willing to let these guys. He knows about them because this imp, who it turns out his name is Zut, and he is basically he'll squeeze it out. They basically beat it out of him that he was a scout for the demonic army, but now that they've been destroyed, he knows that to go back would probably mean his destruction. And so he's actually come to Vertigan and said, "Hey, I know where some of your captives are if you're willing to do it." And then Vertigan, of course, threw a chain over this thing and brought him in. But you get the impression that he will probably let this imp go if this information turns out to be valid. They haven't sent any scouts. They don't know if it's a trap. They don't know anything. But Vertigan believes it's the case, and he's verified that the guys that Zut has mentioned are indeed missing. Yeah.
Okay.
So Bardos can teleport us to the first point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they set up the thing.
Yeah.
So we can get there instantly.
Well, he can teleport.
If you guys distract who's ever there, I'll unlock the cage they're in.
Yeah, no, we expect you'll be invisible and hiding
We expect to sell us out to the demons.
and stealing something. Just hope we only hope that you're not pickpocketing us.
Yeah, we're
Other
wondering if
than the
Iomade
big
got back
gem
there.
that I always return, I have never pickpocketed anyone in the group.
We were wondering if Iomade, when we got back to her realm, was like, "Now where's my bag of gems? I had it here."
I could have swore I was wearing a watch. What the hell?
Where's my holy cleaver of +4? All right. All right. So I.
But yeah, I mean, so
we set the mission. Now we just got to prep up for it. Does she have anything else you need to tell us? Yada yada.
Well, I mean, if you guys have questions, she'll try and answer them, certainly.
Like, this doesn't seem like outside of our wheelhouse. Everything you said makes sense to us.
You know how these things work. The better you are at something, the more jobs you get.
Yeah. My question is, once we start the attack on Deskari's, favorite daughter here or whatever, is she going to be able to summon Deskari to this location, or
we don't know?
We don't know. Okay, great. Hopefully he's heard about us and goes, "Wait, aren't those the guys that killed Baphomet?" No, I ain't going over there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might come to that, or I mean, you guys were put in a position where you guys were confronted by Baphomet, and you were able to, how should we put this? Solicit support from a much more powerful creature. Maybe that opportunity exists here as well. If Deskari decides to come at you guys, maybe you can sick Nocticula on him.
Just this pet peeve here. Earlier you called Baphomet that we murdered Baphomet. I would like to characterize it that it was extrajudicial execution, fully sanctioned by all the guys on our side anyway.
These sanctions, there's so many ways to interpret that.
All right. So what do we, I guess, I don't
it is too, Don. It is too written that way.
I don't. Did she have anything else she wants to tell us or give us or?
Well, she can answer questions. So I mean, so we could do a couple of things. You guys can have you can ask Galfrey any questions you want, and I'll give you 20 questions for the gods, 20 yes or nos to ask as you guys prepare to head towards the city of Iz as well. So we can do that as well. But you could from an intelligence standpoint, you can ask Galfrey things about what they know, and if she has the answer, she'll tell you, and then she will give you.
Be drinking bourbon first before you start answering all these questions.
Hold on, I'll get some vodka. Hold on a second. It's just right over here.
Yeah, it's part of the ritual.
It's part of the ritual. Here we go. All right. So yeah. So I mean, do you guys want to start with do you have tactical questions you want to ask Galfrey?
I say yes, we do. Nothing's coming to mind at the moment. Dan, did you have something you want to ask?
Not Galfrey.
Well, we can ask the gods.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to ask the gods questions, it could be that Galfrey may have additional information because the gods are limiting you to yes nos again.
Can we do like a conference call with all the gods? We'll get the banner. We'll get the we'll get the banner there.
In this case, I'm assuming that everybody who has close attachments to gods or deities will have access to them. So if you want to ask a specific god, a specific yes, no question, we could do that. Or you could just generally ask questions of the gods that are associated with you guys. So in that case, that would be Erastil, Iomade, Nocticula. Is that it? And maybe that I mean, if we for Jennifer, it might be that Rune Lord. So he's not a god, but he knows a lot of stuff.
Doesn't Bardos have like a creator or something? He wants to, this robotic creator?
Bardos, I don't think has a god.
And what about Ilindar? Anybody you want to call Ilindar?
Ilindar,
friend.
Desna. You're a Desnan, yeah. Ilindar and his Arushale are both Desna things. So yeah, I mean, so 3 good gods and 1 evil. Gordon, does Bardos have a deity?
No, he never picked one. I mean, he's
Okay.
he
He's not
doesn't-
that kind of guy.
yeah, he's not really against any deities, but he's analytical. He doesn't really.
Yeah.
He's open to the principle of a deity, but he's not,
Yeah.
You don't have a dogma you're following. I get it.
Yeah.
Good night.
He's
They
happy
still
he got more than the kids did.
That was funny.
All right. So if you guys want to do, if you guys want to ask the gods questions about this first, and then backfill it if need be with more detailed information from Galfrey, that's possible as well.
I would do it the other way, since the questions to the gods are limited.
Well, I would think if we teleport and deal with the dwarven prisoners,
Mm-hmm.
it's still 10 miles of non-magic travel to Is. So at some point we'll have a time we can take time to rest and recover spells and change spells. And then if you want to ask a bunch of divine questions, we would be able to.
That is not 100% accurate.
Okay, what did I miss?
So you guys are at Dresden. Here's the first teleportation beacon, and it's about 2.5-3 miles from where
From the red
Vertigan
circle.
from the red circle where Vertigan says the dwarven captors are being held.
Right.
The second beacon that this is as close as we're able to get to is right here.
Okay.
So you guys can teleport from here to here, but it'll take 2 teleports.
Well, we're gonna have to teleport here and then save the dwarves and then teleport to here.
Right. Then you've got about 10 miles, maybe 15 between the second teleport beacon and the gates of Is.
We can do that in one day, though.
You could do that in one day. That's as close as you can get. So if you teleport here, save the dwarves, then teleport here, that's day 1. Then you get here and you enter Is on day 2. That gives you 2 to 3 more days in Is to accomplish what you need to accomplish.
Right. Whereas standing around here and asking questions, or even choosing to rest here, is just going to give us fewer days in Is to accomplish.
Right. Yeah. We don't really have time to do.
And we've already been given an on the way thing that's going to cost us time.
Yeah.
So we might as
and
well.
Also fewer dwarves to save if we dick around here.
Exactly. We might as well get to it.
All right.
Because I know the
spellcasters. Can we reserve these for next A team meeting where we have some of these questions we ask, like we did last time, where we have them all set up for you.
If you guys want to submit questions to me, absolutely, and I'll answer them. Or
questions about Areelu, or Naticula. I'm sorry, to Naticula on telling us more about Gatto. Like, so what's the deal, really?
He's really just.
You guys friends, or what's going on here?
Cry all you want. I've got a ring of mind blank.
He's my bestie. That kind of no.
I'm pretty sure Bardos can memorize mind blank and make that permanent.
That's a fun time. No, I think at least from I mean I don't know how Gatto would characterize it, but from what you guys have seen of Gatto's relationship with Naticula, you would say that Gatto represents a trusted servant.
Yeah.
No, I would really call him just a sycophant.
A pet.
That'd work too.
What?
Hey, and I have other questions for it too. Like, so I got 1 skywhale now, but if I want to start a skywhale breeding program on this plane, what kind of stuff do I need setting up here for my skywhale breeding program?
Well, there's only one.
Go ahead and sell him one of the same sex. He won't know.
They start honking and hooting up, and roaring up into the thing. God damn it! Well, I can answer that. Flash Art, the only place that you've noticed that they have skywhales is in the city of Illusionera, and it is a commercial city, and you've already got one. So it's possible that after all this is over, Gatto can broker a deal for you.
So I go back, I pick up Yardley, pick up a few more skywhales, and start my my Skywell ranch in the Worldwound, my plot of land somewhere. Okay.
Harold Skywales.
Yeah, Harold Skywales.
You sold me 2 giraffes, and all they do is walk around and eat. They don't mate. You sold me queer giraffes.
Yeah. I could be the FedEx of Mendev with a bunch of Skywales. I'm telling you.
All right. So this is the morning of day 1, essentially. You guys don't necessarily, I mean, you guys can teleport over there pretty quickly. One thing I would say is, Bardos, you need to have, if you're going to get to here by the end of the day today, before midnight, let's say, you're going to need 2 teleports that allow you to move those people. You do have some time that you can spend in Dresden to equip. If there's things that you want to buy or trade in, or I don't know, leave behind, final thoughts, get your affairs in order, that kind of thing. That's possible.
So how much money does everybody have now?
Whatever you wrote down for me.
Not a ton. We haven't gotten much treasure lately.
No, I'm not keeping track of the treasure in this game.
Yeah.
Gatto had some high interest, loans that he said I should get into, like his investment fund. So I trusted him. Look out for my cashish.
What is a Gatto scheme, like a Ponzi scheme, or is it 200 years from now? Is like this is just a Gatto scheme.
No, he convinced him to buy tax liens.
He said it was, you know what a pyramid is, right? So he says, I'm here. He's up on top of the pyramid. I'm here to the next level, right? And so anyway, I got to find 4 more paladins below me, and then I'm doing the,
And every sale that your downline makes, you get a piece of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I mean, you guys will have time to, I don't know, Gatto is being suspiciously quiet about the party booty in this case, but I'm sure there's plenty. You guys are.
How much do you need?
Well, no. It was sort of a question of, if we have time and we have the resources within the city now to buy stuff, is there any magic item that would be specifically helpful in what we're going into that we don't already have and can afford? Because at that point, it might be worth looking into. So if you're a fighter and your AC sucks, you might get a better ring of protection, or a better cloak of protection, or a better bracers of armor, whatever. Because that's fairly common stuff.
Well, here's the thing. We can also teleport to a large city that pretty much will have everything, buy it, and then teleport back.
Theoretically, what you're not going to be able to do is commission custom things.
Right. Exactly. So anything book.
Yeah, anything book, and especially if we go to like Absalon or some really large city, chances are we'll be able to find just book stuff in a large city like that.
There's always, I don't know that you guys have ever been to Absalon, but there is one large city that you can plane shift to that you're somewhat familiar with and has a pretty successful mercantile business.
Yeah, and there's no income tax there, right?
Was that Kitapesh?
No, it wasn't Katapesh.
It was Florida of the underworld. So no.
Where was it?
Girlfriend City.
Gatto, think about it for a second. What big city have you guys been in?
It's going to take him a minute.
Don't worry.
Ding 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 ding.
You can hear Nocticular in the background just going.
Jesus
Really?
Christ.
Yes, we should go there. We should go to.
Yeah, Gatto, you guys are going to totally fight in the car now.
You guys are being demoted. You're demoted to untrusted servant now.
Right. But the
Don't we have a big discount there anyway, Les?
Yeah,
There was a place we had a huge discount there.
Because you helped that guy, the potion guy.
Yeah,
Potion guy.
But he only sold us shit that was quasi evil anyway. So,
well, just the heart pulling out potion, which somebody has still got.
Gatto.
Yeah, it's on my list too of things apparently the paladin can't use.
Yes, and Gatto has it.
Well, I was going to say nobody's used it yet, so somebody has it on their character sheet.
Sure Gatto has it.
Why does this wine taste so weird?
The bigger question is, Is there anything that anyone can think of that they aren't covered with that they need to get? Because
Yeah,
that's
there's a couple things. that
it's a
come to mind.
sidetrack one way or the other to go shopping.
I
So
have to
if
think about it, or I can come up with it tonight.
if
Yeah,
it's
I have
not
to look at my character sheet
necessary,
again.
Well, that's
I
something.
got so much crap already. I don't know. I don't even use the shit I got.
right.
Yeah, same. Really, unless it's a better shield or a better armor for me, I have one magic item this whole game, and that's the one I'm going to use going forward. So
Right.
I got
Do you have a
radiance on
ring
my
of
side.
protection, Matt?
Now gonna make me find my character sheet here.
Because that's something I haven't picked up yet, and that could be something I would get.
I think I have one.
What is
Yeah.
it?
A ring of protection or bracers or whatever.
Isn't
Well,
your armor
I
class
mean-
like 50 something now?
Yeah.
Not mine, no.
Aren't you like buck naked with like a 50 AC?
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Storm.
Yeah, Storm's the one
Yeah.
with the high AC.
Mine's 27.
Yeah.
Wearing a
Fletcher's
chain
often-
shirt.
Change shirt. I say give him a cursed ring. Make that a 22.
Or amulet of natural armor or something. They're all fairly cheap.
Yeah.
I do
Those
not
would be-
have the potion of heart stealing.
I think I might have that
Yeah.
written down.
I hope somebody
No, really, I
labeled
don't
that
have it written
correctly.
down. I don't have it in my possession.
I hope somebody labeled it correctly. I hate to get that mixed up with a healing potion.
Give me that cure potion. Here you go. That wasn't a
Alright,
cure
I don't
potion at
get
all.
either. And I have 7,000 gold pieces, 2 cure light, and 2 cure moderate potions. That's it.
All right, what do I got?
Wow, you're traveling light, Fletcher.
Yeah. And a chain shirt.
I have
Change
2
all
potions
the
of cure moderate and 1 potion of cure serious.
And just a chain shirt, so he's Winnie the Pooh in it all over
Uh-huh.
the Worldwound.
I'd like to think of it as a chain loincloth.
Chain, oh my God.
No, that's not covered. You just got a shirt.
Yeah. They couldn't
Is-
make
is
it
there a
big enough
reason
to
you just have a
encompass your
chain
giant Glabrazoo scrotum.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to fit with all those extra arms and stuff.
It's got to be
Alright,
custom.
so
Shit is
I got
custom.
a wand of restoration. I got the stole of the inheritor. I have a 500 gold bag of gems from Horgus. I got about 6,000 gold, and I swear I had.
Is there a reason you just have a chain shirt?
I am much better when I stay lightly armored,
Oh, here I go.
light to medium. I don't want to wear heavy armor. It slows me down and makes me.
I have an
less
amulet of
effective.
natural armor and a ring of protection and a cloak of resistance.
So your chain shirt is light, but you can wear medium, right?
Yes.
Um,
We just never got a really good medium armor.
well, I've found some recently.
Well,
What did you find?
it fell off a truck.
I found a breastplate.
Did it have Horgus's name on it, or whatever, our Crusaders friend's name on it?
I say, did it have
No,
breasts?
no, it didn't have.
Was it from what's her name?
I'm not sure where I found it.
Did you get it the same place you got all those swords that you're carrying around now?
You don't see any swords.
Oh, but we know you have them.
Did it fall off a merchant's cart as he was passing through town?
Yes, that's it. Yes, it fell off a merchant's cart.
No, we know you picked up like 7 swords because
My cabbages.
as
She
one
only
died,
has
the
6
swords
hands,
never
and
hit
one
the
of them
ground.
was a
The
two-handed
deep-
weapon.
The demon chick had like 7 swords when she died, which all
No,
disappeared.
no, she
in
did.
your
She
pocket.
only had 5 weapons.
As far as Gato knows. I mean, he wasn't even there.
He
Yeah, I
doesn't
bet that-
count when he steals.
Pardon?
That lady with the 6 arms, that'd be a perfect armor for Fletcher. That means you could graft on 3 or 4 more Glabrazoo arms, or like an illithid tentacle or something. All kinds of possibilities.
So what kind of chain shirt do you have right now?
+3.
Are you just wearing like a?
And what's your dex bonus?
So let me look at that real quick. +3.
So breastplate maxes out at +3 dex bonus. If you want this, I mean, it was just sitting there. So
How many
I don't
pluses
need
is
it.
Might be affected.
Pardon?
Don't you lose speed at going to medium armor?
Yeah, movement is restricted, right?
Yeah, the movement goes down. The only I know a fighter can like push past that, but I think that's the only class that can. Everyone else is slowed down by medium.
Yeah, you'd go from 30 feet to 20 feet.
And I wouldn't. And what plus is the breastplate?
Oh, I don't know. We'd have to have someone look at it because I have no idea what it's worth or anything.
He just stole it. He
Oh.
doesn't know what it does.
So we haven't even identified it yet.
Well, no, because he hasn't told us about it. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's do an identify on that sucker, and
all
good
in this Naga chick shape, right next to a bunch of swords landed on the ground.
Les?
Yes. Oh,
I sent you a
sorry.
note.
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I got a second note for you. Everybody's like, what are they talking about? It's fun.
Do roll
Okay.
insert item. Is that what that one?
Hold on.
I think that's still necessary for right now. For now. Got it. Okay, cool.
Okay. So what do you think? You wanna, I hand it to you. It's
Okay.
medium armor.
Is it the stuff that we were just fighting on? What's her name?
It looks, yeah. I might have gotten it from her. I maybe if I remember right.
It was also confusing in the aftermath of
It's
the battle.
also confusing in the battle.
What's amazing is like none of these things hit the ground. She fell to the ground and everything was gone before it hit the ground.
Oh yeah.
Like we never heard the clinkety clang of the swords.
When you went to cut her head off, she was naked and unarmed.
she was already naked. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we just kill her like 10 seconds ago?
Okay, so is somebody gonna do an identify?
I don't have that ability.
I can't. Sorry, my
Bardos
looks
can
like
do a
my
fine job.
TOS sheet just got corrupted. My computer shut down, and
Oh no.
now I can't open the.
I was like, Bardos
Character
not even trying. His skills are so high that he really can't fail.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. Yeah, actually. What is that? That's spellcraft, right?
Unless it's like an artifact level armor, he's pretty much going to do it without even trying.
Yeah, so 38
Okay.
spellcraft left.
Bardos, as you begin to perform this ritual and begin to plumb the depths of the magic inherent in this breastplate, it does radiate a significant amount of power. As you're performing the ritual, though, and you're gathering information on it, a purplish black radiance begins to sort of fill the interior of the breastplate, and it's sort of almost congeals on the inside. The information and it stays there, and it wasn't there before. What? Did somebody say something?
Wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Something in Matt's area.
Oh, okay. You are able to determine that this is a +5 breastplate.
Ooh. Well, that sounds good.
What's the purple stuff on the inside?
You're not sure.
Nipple chafing.
The identify only believes that this is coming from Here, let me send you a quick message. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. All right, just send you a message.
Okay, so the purple radiance has something to do with Nocticula. Don, do you, does that ring a bell with you?
Say it again. I stepped away for just a second.
Said the purple radiance has something to do with Nocticula? Where'd you get this at? I missed a lot of that.
So this was off the woman you guys just killed last time, the Marilith. The purple thing might be a blessing from Nocticula, something that she has added to it.
It might be, or it is.
I think it is.
Like you saw her do it?
I did not see her do it. but I get the idea that it is something that she has done.
Okay. So are we willing to let the barbarian try it on and see if he goes into a rage and kills everybody?
I am.
Why don't you give his weapons away and then do that?
I am willing to have you put it on.
Some members of the party may die, and that's a sacrifice that Fletcher is willing to make.
Or that Gatto's willing to make.
Why don't we have somebody else who wears armor put it on first? I'd rather have Fletcher kill somebody because of it. Or
Gatto says no.
No.
Have Fletcher give his weapons up while he tries it on.
That'd be
He laughs when you say give weapons up, like he really needs weapons. But sure, okay.
Yeah, no kidding. He has claws on his hands that you have seen him on numerous occasions literally tear creatures apart with. He also has a Glabrezu arm protruding from his torso.
Yeah.
But he's happy to give you that sword. Let's put this thing on. Let's see what happens.
Hold
Not
this for
that
me.
it's going to save you.
Hold my beer.
All right, so Fletcher puts on this armor, and it fits him quite well. In fact, you can see that there does seem to be magically a portion of the armor sort of splits in half in the front to allow his Glabrezu arm to emerge out from it. It fits snugly and fits well. It has obviously some sort of horrific abyssal runes all over it, but the purplish black radiance seems to, I mean, you can see it's on the inside. It's not on the outside. It's on the inside. So it's between, at least from what you guys can see, it's between Fletcher and the breastplate. And you can see some of it sort of leaking out of the armpit areas and that kind of stuff because it's more of a cuirass. But yeah, he seems fine. He doesn't attack anybody. And he sort of looks up and is like, good fit.
Okay. So your armor class goes up by
3?
No.
2?
It's the armor and plus is 11 now, as opposed to before it was what, 6?
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to look that up right now. I forgot.
Your change shirt was what plus what?
Change shirt's 4 and it was plus 3, so it was 7 before, and now it's 11.
It was 7 before and it's 11 now.
So my armor class went up 4. Okay.
So you're at 31 now.
Are we supposed to be seeing something on your screen, Les? It's just dark to me now.
What?
It's just all black screen.
I see it all. Or I see the map.
I see the map.
Let me exit full screen as it changes. No, just all black to me. I'm gonna hang up and come back in. 1 sec.
Okay.
So instead of going to town, do you think we should just shake down Gatto at this point?
Yeah, basically, he's got like
give back the 7 swords that we're going to sell, so we all benefit from it instead of.
He didn't have 7 swords.
He's got like
15,
he's got 15 major artifacts in his bag that we don't know about.
Yeah,
that we could have used several adventures ago But we didn't have access to, because Gatto's a selfish bastard.
Yeah.
It's giving you the eye again, that's for sure.
I've got this +4 breastplate in my bag.
Yeah.
Nobody in this group has a
Nobody
+4
needs that.
breastplate.
It's not
Nobody.
+4, it was +5.
Yeah.
And
Help yourself out there.
I've got a +5 breastplate. Nobody could use that. I'm just going to hold on to this.
I just found it. I just found it.
I think we should render him unconscious and rifle his
Go
pockets.
through his shit.
And now we'll
Wait,
and now we'll start the
don't
book.
do that. Don't be rash.
Things lawful priest,
I'll-
lawful good priest can't do.
Why don't you
So,
tell us what
can
else
you guys-
found that we don't know about?
I think a lot of the other stuff I found in that battle is all exotic weapon stuff. I don't think anyone can use it, can they?
Well, you didn't
I
think
can
anybody
use
could use the breastplate.
exotic weapons.
Is there anything else you have that's magic? Can we just crystallize it down to that?
Oh shit, that's a hard question right there.
Yeah, just stop.
Okay, so
Oh shit, Gatto.
okay. Let me tell you what I've
yeah.
gathered.
Opening the
I've
books.
got this is gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Take a while.
Yeah.
I have 6 +1 unholy longswords.
Why are
This is
you
from a long
carrying
time
those
ago.
around?
Is this for business or for pleasure?
This is
Oh,
I never had a chance to pawn them. They're unholy, so I didn't think you guys wanted them.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I'm uncomfortable in your presence. You're carrying unholy crap.
I'm not using them.
Yeah.
No, they're long swords. I don't want to use them. I have my grandfather's blade. Okay, so some of the other stuff.
Some of it. So not all of it.
Do you have anything else that's +5,
No.
No, anything +3 or better.
+4?
What I like is that he had to look.
At this point, Corrado is sliding.
It's like, let me check. It's like, oh, let me see. Oh.
I have
Did that way
All
too
right.
fast.
No,
He doesn't
no,
know
no
it.
+5s.
I have no +4 items.
Wait, let me check
+3.
page. Let me check page 2. Hold on a second.
Fletcher, this is the time you
Some,
pick
I
up.
have some +3 items.
Which
Fletcher, this is the time you
what-
pick up Gatto by his ankles and shake him.
Yeah, just
upside down
shake him
until-
out.
until all the stuff falls out of his pocket.
What +3 items do you have?
Okay, so I got this.
So you see, the thing is,
The thing is,
And
Kasuragama. You know,
do
it's
I-
like it's
do
like
I
this
need to throw up do I need
chain with
to-
a mace, the ball of a mace on one end, and like a sickle on the other.
Do I need to throw up a zone of truth?
yes, because will save sucks.
When you say that, I always imagine you're like, here's your truth. I've thrown up a zone of truth on
So-
you.
Okay.
So, are you going to take note of these?
Do I need to summon up a zone of truth?
Do we have enough time for this tonight?
Okay, I'll quiet down.
Well, yeah, we got an hour, and apparently nobody else was interested in teleporting in and dealing with the dwarf shit, so we're gonna deal with this.
So, do you know what a Kusarigama is?
Yes, it's an exotic weapon.
It's an exotic weapon. One end is +3 flaming, the other end is +3 frost.
Wow.
It's
I
like
believe
this
it's-
chain where the
I
ball
believe
is
it's
a flame.
Kusari.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. Here we go.
There you go.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is what those are.
Yeah,
That's
sickle
a
and weight.
Kusarigama.
So the weight is flaming and the sickle is frost.
No, they're two separate instances. One of them, there's two of these. One of them is flame. One of them is frost.
Oh, okay. And then there's this Shotel, Shotel. EL.
Oh, sorry.
you should be.
Oh, stop it. There we go. That's a shuttle.
Yeah. And that's +3 keen human bane. I found a falcata.
A really nice weapon.
That's a +3 keen lawful outsider bane. So not really effective against demons, but devils, it would be really great.
Yeah.
+3 keen. Isn't that the equivalent of like a +5 and then a bane?
Keen enhances your crit
Keen
range.
doubles
Your
the
crit
crit
I'm
range.
saying, I think it's a
Hmm.
+2 equivalent, isn't it?
It's a +2 equivalent. Yeah.
So, and then the
So it's
bane
like a
is another
+5
+1
weapon.
and a +2. So these are like +6 weapons that are like 50, 75 grand a piece. These would be
But we
helpful.
don't have time to sell them.
Your
These would
point.
be helpful to the party.
Well, that's why I'm telling you guys.
I was just carrying them.
There's also a Khopesh, KHOP. Yeah. And that's just a +3 unholy.
Just a +3. Yeah.
Just,
So this is why none of us have seen any money lately.
yeah. Because there's
This just happened. It just
there's 4.5 million gold piece value worth of shit that Gatto has been hiding from everybody.
Feel Ferrado's Beth on your neck?
Okay, we're almost done.
We're almost done.
Yes, I do. There was also a katana.
Ooh.
We know what that looks like.
Yeah.
And that's a +3 wounding.
Cool.
And I officially vote that whenever we start the Curse of Strahd, we do not allow Don to be the party booty keeper. No matter what character he plays, even if it's a paladin, he is restricted from ever being in charge of loot
Oh.
again
He does a good job when he's not playing a rogue.
in this
Yes.
lifetime.
I played in other campaigns, and yeah, he does a great job when he's not a rogue. But when he's playing a rogue,
I'm voting he doesn't get to do it ever again.
I'm voting that we cannot have him as a rogue in any party unless one of us has see invisibility.
I've got that.
Well, so Bardos has been seeing him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Bardos has see invisibility. He sees him.
Yeah,
Bardos.
I thought he was a caravan guard. He's not a rogue.
I am a caravan guard.
Yeah.
Have you seen any caravans around here lately?
Well, no, my caravan was attacked and I was taken prisoner along with the other prisoner, the other caravan guards, and they were all murdered. I was the next on the list when you found me.
He didn't
We're
murder
his
him.
caravan. We're his
I did
caravan
not
now.
murder them.
And
Pardon?
it seems obvious now we should have left you where you were.
That would have been evil.
No.
He has been very useful. Don't be down on him that much. He's going to be like that character IROC from Ready Player One. When he dies, when Gatto dies, all this treasure will go
And he
pouring out.
explodes a massive treasure.
I can't believe I know that reference. That's that's perfect. But yeah, if you guys kill him, you guys.
Breastplate, Don, and now you have a
Pardon?
chain shirt you can sell instead.
No, that's the parties.
Yes, but you can carry it. I don't care.
All right. So if you guys
You sold all
wanted
this
to,
for,
you could,
market price now is that another $50,000, 50,000 gold pieces we got laying around?
well, I
go
mean,
ahead.
depending on how much money you guys have kicking around, you guys could send Gatto to Illusionera to procure items that you would need. I mean, that realistically, you have connections there, right? I mean, as much as some of you may hate to say it, that city knows you guys, and certainly if you were to return, Nocticula would be favorable to this, and the denizens of the city know this, right? That she knows that at least one of you, and potentially more, are trusted and favored servants of Nocticula, and they would treat them with kindness and would not gouge them on pricing.
Well, just a thought here. Can we split the party and send him to Illusionera to do
Hell
that
yes.
while we go prevent these dwarves from becoming Lunchables, and he can just meet us at the teleporting spot? Or do we gotta
No,
wait for
if
him to
he
get
goes
back?
there to sell stuff, someone's going with him.
Yeah.
And Ilendar would volunteer, but Ilendar would also really like to go save these dwarves. So
Yeah.
Because
Well, okay, so
we've
bright
got
and
enough
early,
money.
let's go
to
to
aff-
Alshanira and pawn these items.
We've got
Okay.
enough money
What do you guys want us to get
It's the
while we're there?
invisibility rings for
to
everybody.
buy major artifacts at this point.
Major artifact.
Isn't
Fletcher
there a
would
shopping
like
house
the
that-
bet.
Yeah.
I can see you guys rolling into Iz and the apparatus of Qualish.
Yeah.
Like Flashlight really has his eye on a Kirk monkey paw that he saw in a window.
we're gonna buy the head of Vecna.
There you go. Perfect.
And then we're gonna put it on Gatto.
Yeah.
No.
Gato will be equipping the head of Vecna today.
Yeah, you gotta chop his other head.
Manually.
Oh. How about we do the dwarfs like right now, and then between now and next session, we'll do the quick little foray into Illusionary, whatever that place is called.
Illusionera.
That place.
Yeah, so offline we could do the
We'll do
questions for
that.
Galfrey and the gods and the shopping list for Illusionera. In the meantime, if you guys want to, you guys can we can jump ahead time wise, and you guys can
Let's
go
jump
into
ahead time wise and take care of the
You want to do that?
freeing the dwarves.
That would be the best use of our gaming time.
I'll wear whatever that poses as paladin commando armor or whatever, and that's what I'll put on there. I'm gonna be skulk around in an evil city. Okay.
All right.
That's what you get me like a demon cloak or something. Maybe look like a demon. If Lothar says it's okay. Okay.
Once again, things you cannot do if you are the herald of Iomedae.
I'm trying to sneak into an evil city. All right.
What was it? Can I cloak myself in demon armor? Is that what you asked if you could do?
Yeah, or maybe just the skin of a demon, just something, you telling me that Nauticula doesn't have a bunch of flayed demons laying around somewhere that I could just borrow one of those skins real quick?
Somewhere up in the heavens, Iomedae is just like, oh god. This is my herald.
Do I need to make a saving throw against brain aneurysm?
I'm having a conniption.
Flashheart loves taking a piss out of poor Lothar there. Okay.
All right, so you guys
let's go save some dwarves, huh?
All right, so you guys are going to teleport to this point here. Like I said, that's going to be about 2 or 3 miles outside of where the imp tells you that they are camped. So you guys will be approaching from the east. Do you want to be on top of the? So basically, what you're looking at, the Gray Road is essentially an enormous canyon of greater or lesser widths that leads towards Is. So in that case, what you want to do is you're going to go to. You could be on the top. The beacon is on the top, so you guys can make your way down into the canyon or stay on the top, depending on what you want to do. Either way is fine, but you'll have plenty of time to do that.
Well,
But the beacon itself is on the top.
Those of us with familiars, do you have something that would help us get out the location of the dwarves without us all like figuring out what we need to be on the top or the bottom? Okay. Well, Force 10 from Navarone is going to teleport in, I guess. And
are we missing some people?
Who are we missing?
Chuck went away.
Oh, Force 10 from Navarone. If we count Storm and Dawn's Hat as members of the commando party, right?
Chuck's got a bird.
Yeah, he can.
That bird
rounds out 10
without being large enough to.
There's like 7 of us plus Storm's 8, and then 10 Dawn's
Chuck
Hat.
could definitely scout out, but she's kind of noticeable.
Storm is noticeable,
like very noticeable.
Think a hat would help.
And that's how our horse got a hat.
All right.
So I would say for scouting, it would be
The bird.
Lothar's bird. But as far as
Storm.
getting there quickly, doesn't matter if it's up or down. We can all basically do the whole helicopter thing on the Storm, and
Sure.
you can fly us up or down to wherever we need to be.
Can Storm carry all the rest of you guys?
Oh yeah. Remember, we've got like the helicopter. We've got the ropes that people can like
Hang on to.
onto. There's two. Like,
Don't we
seats on top.
enlarge him, don't we, to carry everybody?
No, I don't think you need to anymore, right?
No,
Because he's already huge.
We
Yeah.
did this before. We all fit on there.
No, she can, while flying, Storm can carry 14,000 pounds.
All right, so all of us are attached
So
to right
even,
of all
even
three.
if you guys all had Thanksgiving dinner, she can still carry all of us to.
Nice.
It's just a matter of, yeah, you guys have to like hang on to the
If
side.
that's the case, I'm bringing a backpack full of copper ingots with me too. Then. For good luck.
Okay, well, she can't do that because no one can.
All right, cool. So you guys can do that. But so the beacon is at the top of the canyon. If you guys want to wend your way down in the canyon. Sorry, the music is taking hold. Lothar, what is your bird's name again?
Is it really going to get you?
Oh,
Birdie?
Astrid.
Lothar?
Sorry, I was muted. My raven's name is Astrid.
Astrid, that's right. So you could send Astrid. Astrid would largely be well. I'm sure Astrid could get in and out of there and not, and sort of check it out and not see anything much. I mean, not be seen is what I meant.
Right. Yeah, she does aerial recon. So
Yeah. Okay. Do you? So you guys teleport out there. You guys are at the top of the cliffs. And you can see down into the canyon. And then, do you send Astrid out to go take a look?
yeah,
Okay.
high altitude aerial recon.
Gotcha. All right. So hold on one second. All right. So I'm going to, I love the sort of, northeastern dickering that's going on over here. All right. So can you see through Astrid's eyes? You can.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you see. All right, hold on. All right, so there's a portion. So there's a portion of the canyon that's, like I said, about 2.5 miles down the road. You can see that down in the depths of the canyon, you can see there are several demons sort of hanging out. There's a fire going over here. There's this little cobbled across bridge between two of the levels. So there's like a sub level. So this up here is the sort of the top, the surface level. Then there's a sub level, and then you have the bottom of the canyon floor, which is down here. And you can see that there are some demons kind of running around. Some of them you're not sure that you recognize. You do see a couple, 3 Nalfs. Here's a Nalfashni on the bridge. There's another one over here. Then there's a bunch of smaller demons sort of hanging out with them, and this is kind of what they look like. They're smaller, but they're still fairly demonic. They have these wings, but it doesn't look like they can fly very easily. The wings are kind of vestigial, I guess, for lack of a better term. And they're kind of like clicking around here. You could definitely, Astrid definitely sees that the Nalfs are pushing these guys around. Like somebody says something, and one of the Nalfs just like sort of clouts them, and he gets, throws them across the thing. You do see a fire over here, which does seem to have some sort of carcass roasting on top of it, over it. And over here, you can see what looks to be what you've seen before, a small sort of prison with these guys sort of stuck in it. Above them, there are some of these smaller demons sort of on the up above. There's one of the smaller demons is sort of standing nearby, and then there's another couple of them up on the bluff. And as Astrid passed by, one of them sort of takes a demonic shit onto them, into the thing, and they're all laughing and having a good time. There's a Nalf over here that is sort of, watching on paternally. But you also see there is a much larger, it's a Nalf, but it's much bigger than the other ones. It does seem to be in control, and this is what he looks like. Like that. So he's bigger, has more distorted features, and is wearing little bits of armor. Everybody but Gatto, give me a perception check. Or actually, Lothar, just give me a perception check. Go ahead. What was your question? I'm sorry, I kept interrupting you.
There's 4 Nalfashni, 14 of these little demons. Do they look like imps?
You don't see any imps.
No, the little demons.
No, they're man-sized.
Okay.
Yeah, they're man-sized. They're just smaller than the Nalfs.
14 of them, 4 Nalfashni, and 1 leader.
Yep. With a 26 perception, you remember that guy. He was part of the Nalfashni commandos in the battle. You remember him as being some sort of like captain or sergeant. He was giving orders to some of the squads.
Which guy's that? This guy here?
The big guy.
The bigger one, yeah, this guy here.
Yeah. That guy reminds me of looks like if what Ewoks would look like if Wes Craven directed Return
of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So
like Predator.
14 man-sized demons, 4 Nalfashni, and 1 commando, or one of their elite squad.
Where are we relative to these guys?
You guys would be coming from the east.
On the top.
But it depends. You guys can, if you're coming from the east, you could come from the top level and fight down into the canyon, or you could get down into the canyon and sneak up on them that way. It's up to you, really. They don't know you. They give no indication that they've seen Astrid or that they know that you're coming.
So we should take the high ground, because I've seen Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I have the high ground, Anakin.
And start. Well, I mean, Flashheart and Fletcher are going to want to get down there and dance.
Yep.
Yeah. Can these big guys teleport?
I'd like to stay across the way.
Nalf scan. You don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, maybe Storm can drop some guys off at the top, and then the rest can fast rope down.
Yes, they drop the archers off on top, like the.
Yeah, I'd like to be over here.
Yeah.
Now you can. Astrid does see that there are ladders on the northern side from the one step to the other ones, and from the middle step downward. You can see them here.
Right.
And here there are these sort of rudimentary ladders, and those are sitting there. You also see sort of these poisonous looking cactuses sort of scattered about as well.
That's what I had in mind, is to lurk behind the cactus for a little bit of cover, and also shoot at anybody trying to come up this ladder and across the canyon to just do some defense for whoever's down there fighting.
Yeah. So I'll lay this picture. I'll lay this picture out, draw it in the sand or whatever, so everybody knows where everything is. And then we can plan our entry points. And I assume Storm can drop us off archers up top. Some people maybe on the second level, and then our big warriors on the ground level. Because, well, they're actually
just 2 levels. It's just there's those tall spiky things, the elevated areas.
Well, it seems to be there's a kind of like a ground level where there's one Nalf, one boss. The other Nalf is kind of up on a rock thing. Then there's another level where there are 2 Nalfs where the bridge is. Then there's a third level that's up above everybody.
The cactuses, yeah.
Right, the high ground. So, I mean, we've got that. We can kind of plan to put in our attack wherever we think that would. Oh shit! Sorry, my alarm went off. Wherever we think that would work best.
Okay.
And we can
set. We don't necessarily want to split the party, right?
Well,
no, I think you definitely do.
Almost in battle. Yeah.
We have as long as we can all see each other and know where each other is, right?
Well, we don't want to leave all the squishies where they can be swarmed.
Right.
But the
And I-
tanks can happy to get in the mix there.
And I'll be right back. I gotta go take pills.
Okay.
Well, if I'm with all the squishies, I can instantly call Storm back to me, regardless
Okay.
of where she's at.
Yeah, I would say that this is an ideal place for ranged and area effect type of spell casting or archery. So
Well, you got to be careful. You don't want to put the dwarves at more risk than they're already accumulating.
right, it's just if we could find a way to
The operation was successful. The NPCs died.
It's happened.
That's happened more than once.
I can put up a wall of force around them.
That would be awesome.
Don't have to worry about them being hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Them.
Wall of force and then nuke the site from orbit.
Yeah, it's the only way to
There
be
you go.
sure. Only way to be sure, Lex.
I like the way you think.
We'll have to, Matt,
Paladin,
you can't
mostly come at
fly,
night.
right?
Mostly. I am the one person who cannot fly.
Okay. So we'll have to be careful
That's
where
what
we
you
put
guys
you.
get me. When
No,
you
I
get
can
me-
actually
when
cast
you get-
fly on you.
Yeah, when you get a magic item, how about some little fairy wings I can put on a fly?
I've got a fly spell. I can let you fly.
Alright.
Do you have
Well,
the fly
just-
skill?
I don't know if
But-
it's going to be necessary, but
I don't believe
I'll
I
be
do
right
now.
as far as like what level of this area we're in, like when it comes to Storm or me, it doesn't matter. Just we can just fly in and hit whatever we want to hit. But
Gordon, shockingly, I do not have any fly skill. You'd
Okay.
think a paladin would have that in abundance, but all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to, you're going up a level, you can put some points in it and
There we
learn
go.
it if you want. But
I
just
was going to put it into
wave
sky
your
oil
arms really fast.
ranching, but yeah.
I've had fly spell. I've had it memorized for God, probably 2 years, and I think I've used it maybe once, if that. Just
Well, this is a good time to use it. We have an open area on 3 different levels here, right?
yeah. Well,
So
you're a fighter. I mean, you probably would be able to use
I want to
it.
be on the ground level, yeah. If I could fly down and engage the now Fashioney or one of his big minions here while Fletcher turns him into pink mist.
All right. Do we have a plan?
Sure.
The same
Okay,
plan as
check that.
always.
Take over the world.
Take
Yeah.
over the world.
All right. All right. So,
Full frontal assault, our usual plan.
perfect. So I'm assuming that you guys are air caving in on Storm.
No.
Gives us the best chance to get the drop on him.
Okay.
Right.
Perfect. All right. So you guys, are you gonna come in? Are you gonna land? Where are you gonna land?
I got to be 65 feet away from those guys to put up a wall of force. So that's going to dictate me anyway.
And on the way over, I'm gonna cast bless.
Well, okay, can do.
But I'm
Uh,
casting Stone
us.
Skin.
Standard set.
Everyone.
Stone skin communal or just stone skin?
Communal. So everyone's
Yeah.
got the duration's limited, but let's be real. We
Is it
only
150
we only
points?
get for a few rounds.
Is it 150 points? Stone skin? or is
Lothar,
it
do you want
60?
gravity bow?
Yeah, 150 points.
160 now.
160 points now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey,
Do I
Les,
need fly?
Gravity
Okay,
bow on
okay.
yourself, Ferrado.
yeah, me and on Lothar, and then I'm also doing bark skin on myself.
Okay.
And then do you want cat's jaw or the greater fang on Storm, Irndar?
Is that the one that made the jaw like 2 categories larger or something?
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah.
a big lobster pincher.
Well, she's already got a huge maw, so it does like butt tons of damage when she gets that.
I want you to cast that on Fletcher.
You can have strong jaw. No, strong jaw you can have, or magic fang greater.
She's already got Magic Fang
Okay,
as
so
a
strong jaw for you.
Bardos already put that on her in permanent permanent-sided or whatever.
2 gravity bows.
Can you cast that on Fletcher, the strong jaw?
I can.
He starts biting the head, starting to bite the heads off his enemies.
Is that allowed? Is the Herald allowed to bite the heads off of his enemies? Probably.
No, it was Fletcher he was talking about.
Fletcher can though.
Oh, Fletcher. I was going to say that might not
Fletcher
be a
had
violation of the
bite
Herald
attack at
Code.
one point.
Yeah.
That might negate my minty fresh breath.
Why are you still hitting me? I gave you everything I had.
All right. So remind me, are you guys landing on the north side or the south side? Because the south side is sparsely populated.
I wanted to be on the south side behind that prickly cactus. That's kind of where I had my eyes.
As long as we can protect the captives with the wall of force, then
I
yeah.
gotta be 65 feet away to cast that.
Are you saying right here? Jennifer, are you saying down in the
Yeah.
bottom corner?
Yeah, that's what I
thought.
had in mind.
That way you have a clear line of sight to the door.
Oh, so he couldn't cast it from over there.
Can't Storm do a flyby and we cast it as we fly by directly down?
I think that would take
They're
away.
gonna see us.
They're gonna see us anyway in like a minute after
Yep.
we if
Wait, why wouldn't they see you?
you don't think they're gonna see giant storm because we're gonna come far south and then walk up, I guess. Is that the plan?
Yeah, if they're down in this
Yeah, the
thing,
side.
if she flies low enough, she can fly us all the way there and just drop us.
I can just cast fly and get over on the other.
What
north
if
side.
they drop? What if we come in from the top here
All right.
And then Bardos
stealthily?
force as we fly by, and then she drops us the next round on the south side.
I mean,
Yeah,
in a round, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. Maybe they'll have. I don't
Maybe
know.
we should try to take out all that north side first, just land on that upper area and try to take that area out. Because there's 5 things up there.
so we land real far back from here and approach it stealthily, and then just wipe out the 5 up here.
Can you cast fly on somebody else, Bardos?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can. I've only got one of them, but I can do that. Yeah.
I've got multiple. So
Yeah.
Then I can. I mean, we could do that. You guys could attack from the north, and then I could support from the south.
but you might be left over there all alone, and there's people on that bridge that could come engage you.
If I can fly, I can fly. How long does fly last?
Yeah.
Minutes.
16 minutes.
Yeah, flies
Well,
long.
definitely, this will be over in a couple of minutes. Yeah. We're
Okay,
not
so
done in
I'll do
2
that then,
minutes.
Les. I'm going to cast fly on Farina.
Okay.
Flashard, do you want fly too?
If it's not too much trouble, yes, please.
Yep, I'll hit you with it.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to set you guys up over here and then let you pick out where you're going to end up landing. So give me just 2 seconds. And I'm going to bring you in.
A guest enemy.
No, I just got to get everybody. It's being pain in the little next key here. It's not letting me select everybody at once. Here we go. All right. See yourselves up to the top.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys, so I don't like Farina's over here. If you want to, oh, you can't see that. If you want to move to the southern platforms, you can do that because you're flying in there. But this is essentially, I'm assuming that you guys land farther to the north than this map allows,
Right.
and then sort of either creep up or fly over.
Yep.
Or
Fletcher
around.
should be bigger or less.
That is true. Done. I always forget that part. All right. All right. So yeah, you guys could set up the way you want to set up, but that's kind of where you are right now.
All right. So what was our plan? Where Fletcher says, "Where do you want me?" Arr.
Our plan is to kill everything.
Keep in mind, guys, that I can only do a flat vertical wall with this wall of force, so I can't protect them from those two up above or from
Yeah.
anything that flies
Okay.
up at them. So we need to get
Right.
those out.
Yeah, so
Hopefully Frina
Fletcher,
can-
Fletcher, do you wanna
Fletcher, you
take-
take on this guy.
well, I was gonna
The
say,
rest of us, the rest of us will take on these two at first.
I
okay,
think maybe Frina can take, Frina takes out anybody who comes near the cage.
That was kind of my goal, and anybody that's on your asses.
All right, are we ready?
Initiative?
Initiative.
Fletcher, do you want to help or do
Fletcher,
you want?
say something for the rest of us.
Wait, do we start at the top, or I should move?
Where do you want to
Where's
be?
my guy?
Can't
I'm
move
going,
before
I know I'm
initiative.
going after this guy, so I could just say I'm right here, right?
Can't move
Well,
before
no,
initiative,
no.
you big cheater.
Well, that's
Do
what I was
initiative
asking.
first.
That was my question.
All right, I'm on the roll though.
Not saying initiative when I get on my character for some reason.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you have to click on your little guy, your
I did
figure.
click on my guy.
Let's hope for lots of ones from the GM. tonight.
Yeah. It's very fun when it happens, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, not like last week when you were rolling ones every time you rolled for us.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
guys want me to roll for you guys?
No.
The
Never
Crusaders
again.
Crusaders would still be alive if it wasn't for all those ones.
Ah,
Geyer would still be toasting his grandchildren.
oh, did I roll a one for the third time in a row? Oh dear.
Geyer's happy, so.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all good.
All right, hold on.
Son of a bitch, Rena beat me.
Okay, he's plus.
Yeah, but Freena's gonna do something, so.
God, that's a low roll
Oh,
for you.
ow.
Ow.
Jesus, ball sacks.
That was a bus you just got thrown under, Don.
Yep.
Would bust through.
I am going to move to this side because,
It's easier to hide there. Yeah, go ahead.
well, no, we're firing at these two guys.
I assume I'm riding on Storm until we just drop off. Since we're Fletcher, you're flying too, right? So
Well,
we
she
can fly.
dropped us off probably 50 feet above this map.
Yeah, and then we'll just like pair drop in like Fortnite, just or as a reference. Maybe not everybody here is. But we'll
Oh,
just pair
dude.
drop. Y'all, you gonna do my Fortnite dance when we get down there?
Jeez. All right, is everybody so Flashheart, did you mean to start there?
No, we're
We're all
gonna
starting
start on Storm
Okay.
and then dive in because we have fly on.
All right, is everybody ready?
Uh-huh.
Verado.
Hang on real quick before we go.
Everybody wasn't ready.
Yeah. Fletcher, are you going to take those three on by yourself, or do you want Storm to like flank with
It
you?
would be nice to have a tank with me, but
Okay. Then
What about me?
Storm and Fletcher will take those three on while the rest of the party takes those two on the other side.
yeah, you go with the others, Flashheart.
Which
Yeah,
ones are you
Flash out, you're
talking
the
about?
tank on this on our side.
Wait, where do you point? Click on the map where you want me to be because I was planning to drop in right here.
Why don't you
there.
put
I'm gonna
yourself
drop in-
right next to Gatto so you can drop right in next to these two guys right here.
Done.
Primary piece being to protect the prisoners first.
No.
Sorry. Okay.
All right. Let us commence the fight. All right, hold on, Gato.
Somebody keep track of all these little bastards. Make sure nobody gets out of here alive.
Actually, Fletcher, move over a little bit closer before we start.
Got it. Okay. All right, Verado, you are up. Gato saw what you said. We're all good.
So it's 30 feet. I'm sorry, we don't have haste on us. Nobody did haste.
Nobody did haste.
I will as soon as it's my turn, but
Okay,
it hasn't
so
happened yet.
Nope,
60
too bad.
60 foot is fly, is that right?
Correct.
So double fly is 120.
Yeah, if you move before I go, you're
Correct.
not getting haste though.
You can't haste me after that, huh?
Nope.
But you can just
Do you
drop
want
off.
to? Do you want to
If you get
delay?
Too far away.
Yeah, just
delay.
delay because
I'm delaying
Got delay.
yes, please.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. Gato, what about you? You're not delaying.
I am not delaying. I told you what I'm doing.
Okay, sounds
He
good.
disappeared.
It looks like
If
I'm
I-
delaying.
Stealing stuff.
If
He,
if I'm
he
fighting
goes-
with you, Gato, you want to clue me in on what you're doing?
he goes invisible.
I am not invisible yet. Oh, but you may not see me because I'm going to be stealthy.
That's true. He seems to disappear out of nowhere. All right, Gato got what you're doing. Ilindar,
Okay, Ilindar is casting haste.
haste on everyone.
Everyone, so everyone gets it. It'll go for the
Not
rest.
the bad guys.
But he said everyone.
Yeah, thanks for the haste. All right, cool. So you guys are all now hasted. You doing anything else?
And then Storm is gonna pounce on this big guy right here.
All right, kaboom. You hear ugly grunt. Ugh.
Yeah. Block of text. We love it.
What you got? All right. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Look at all that green. All right, so
Crit.
the bite is a potential crit. And then, hold on, let me check AC. The claw, first claw is a hit, second claw is a hit. Wing buffet is a miss. Second wing buffet is a hit.
What about the trip? 42 versus CMD.
It's in chapter.
Yeah,
3.
I'm looking. That is not successful.
Okay.
They have a 44 CMD.
It's good. You don't only rolled a 12 for that, so.
Okay, so but all right, so you've got a potential crit, 1, 2, 3 other hits. So let's tally. Let's save the crit for a minute. Let's tally the non-crit damage.
Actually, hang on. That's the last one from the haste.
Okay. Also a hit.
Okay. And then this is going to be. So I'm going to do another single just to confirm the.
Okay. Confirmed.
Okay.
All right, so that's confirmed crit. All right, so let's do it. So the first claw does 25 plus 6, that's 31. The second claw does 22 plus 7, that's 29. The first buffet misses. The second buffet is 17 plus 12, which is 29. So a total of 18, 19, for 89 points free crit. All right, so you got a crit attack.
The crit is 46.
Oh, and the haste attack.
The haste attack is
20. It's another 30. So that's
33.
119. Where do you get 33? 28 plus 2.
Oh, 28 plus 2. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I was counting the wrong line.
That's cool. 20. So 119 total. Do you want the damage or the chart?
He'll do charts. This is just double.
The chart.
The chart chooses.
I love that Google is like, oh, this site that you're going to is unsafe. Fuck.
The chart.
The chart. Oh, geez. Sucking chest wound. The target suffers max plus bonus and is exhausted. As the bite, you have basically bitten into the creature's chest, exposing its viscera.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So what's max damage on that?
Max would be 16, 25.
And I'll tally up the bonus. 35 plus 11 is 46. 15.
53 is max damage.
53. All right. And is
46
exhausted.
46 is the bonus.
Yep, I got that. So total is 208.
Damn.
You guys are gonna love this. He has 7 hit points left. But he also has a sucking chest wound. He's exhausted. So just that's the tough one. He can't do hardly jack. I can never remember exactly what it is, but hold on a second.
Somewhere in the canyon, the spirit of Verm materializes and says, "Magic missile."
Why is this?
I was gonna say Fletcher can look at him and get a worm.
I might have
My
to pick-
character from Quarantine with the Classics can kill someone with an insult with that many hit points left.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
My ad blocker. So this is really sort of pissing me off. My ad blocker is now that because I have Chrome and use YouTube and stuff like that, it's almost completely non-functional at this point. I'm just like, there's ads all over the place. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
very little.
You actually, if you log out as yourself and just be a generic login, then it still works.
You really should take it up with ad blocker's largest benefactor. What is their name? Oh yeah, Google. They have a majority share in it, I think.
All right. Half speed, no runs, no charges, -6 penalty to dex and strength. And it's done. So yeah, he is exhausted and has 7 hit points left. So that's pretty good. Is that it for you? I think that is it for you, right?
Yep.
Corrado. All right, you are now hasted.
Okay, can I shoot an arrow as I travel across the canyon?
If you have drive the feat called flyby attack, you can. Otherwise, no.
Okay, so 60 per and double would be 120. So hasted, I should be able to get to the other side 240.
So hasted. Now wait a second. Hasted creature. All hasted creatures' modes of movement increase by 30 feet to a maximum of twice. So you're doubling essentially because your movement rate is 30, right?
Mine it's 30 before fly. I'm flying at 60.
These Durham demons
60.
are like
It becomes 90 per action.
Yeah, it becomes 90. So 180.
180 charge.
180.
That's just double. So I'm not going to make it all the way across. That's fine.
Okay. Where are you flying to?
I'm flying to Hawaii. I'm flying to
Nice.
They got demon skins in Hawaii you could pick up.
from here.
Yeah, they do.
Try the mahi mahi. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can get all the way across it.
Yeah, double move, you can make it all the way.
Okay.
These demons down there, like, did you guys just see a blur go across the sky?
It looked like a cat, but not.
Yeah, move
I
like a
actually
star.
wanted to be up here, but I don't think that was one. I can't get the whole damn map on my thing with that.
What's the matter?
Sorry. So we were there 210. Yeah, I'm just shy. Okay, so I'll land behind the thorny bush, the bramble.
Okay. Sounds good. Bardos.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get close enough to cast this wall of force.
Okay.
So what's the distance down those stairs?
Those stairs are about these stairs are about 30 feet down.
So those are 30-foot stairs. Ooh. Oh yeah, 310 block. Okay.
How about the one below that?
These stairs, another 30 feet. So where you're standing now, oh well, we're gonna have to calculate a hypotenuse.
Yep.
60 feet straight down.
At about 50 feet across. 90.
I'm gonna cast the one side of the wall I could hear, so I need to be 65 feet to that point.
60 feet. All right, and then you are. Hold a sec. Where did you go? Oh, so you're already going down. So you're down 30. So you're 30 feet, and then
Yeah, he's well within range.
yeah, 30. Oh yeah, you're well within range. I don't even need the hypotenuse calculator.
As soon as you get down to that level, you're within range.
So I'm gonna cast Wall of Force, and I can do 16 10-foot pieces, basically. So I'm gonna do across that whole, like from here to here.
All right, Wall of Force.
You're gonna draw it on there.
It's gonna be airtight, and it's a very small area they're in, so they'll all die of suffocation.
Suffocation. Help us!
The roof will be open.
All right, we're gonna use this. All right, can you see that thing?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, you should be able to move that around. Just put it where and extend the size to show me where the wall will be.
You can't move it around.
Can't grab it.
Can't grab it. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of that. Why don't you draw where the wall is gonna be?
Okay. Let's see, that freehand, so.
Or a rectangle would work too. Okay, like that. Oh, okay. So you're sectioning off that whole area.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that, how high does that wall of force go?
Take 10 feet.
10 feet. All right. Just put that in there as well. Okay.
Those are 10
Cool.
foot squares, right?
Huh?
Those are 10-foot squares?
These are 5-foot squares.
Oh, they're 5 foot, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Actually, I can make it 20 feet high then.
20 feet high. Okay.
Put it at a slight angle, and then God, I can write it down like a water slide.
Do an angle. It's got to be vertical.
All right, 20 feet high. Okay, perfect. So it is about 2/3 of the way up to the upper ledge. All right, these two jackasses here definitely see you, and they are whirling to come at you because they've heard Storm obviously come in and start tearing people apart and that kind of stuff. Flashheart, you are up.
Okay. Don, which one do you want? I'm going closest to Bardos. Does that work for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, whoa.
So
Okay.
I'm flying, so I can. I don't know how you want to do it, since it would basically be a charge, but I'm flying.
Yep, absolutely. Just the same way that that Fletcher does. All right, yeah, you charge with radiance, I'm assuming. So a charge gives you bonuses.
+2 to hit, -2 to your armor class.
So +2 to hit. You've got radiance out, so full benefits for that. I think charge. You don't get your full attack. You only get a single attack because you don't have pounce. Correct.
Right.
But I have haste. But I have haste.
But you still only have
But
one attack.
yeah, it's not a full attack action. So yeah, you still only have one.
You can use it to bump up your AC this time. Instead.
Yep. Yeah, to ameliorate the charge penalty.
Oh Jesus! All right.
39 to hit. That's a hit. So 26 physical damage, 8 holy. So that is 34. Yeah, that hits him, and he's.
I crit on 18 these days, so that's a crit too, right?
Is it?
From critical.
You rolled a 17.
If it's a long sword, if you've got keen or if you've got improved crit, then you crit on a 17 or better.
Oh yeah, 17. I crit on a 17 now.
You crit on a 17. You rolled a 17. All right, and you rolled a 37 to confirm. That is a crit.
So give him some bleed too.
All right, so 34 points of damage. Let me go ahead and take those off, and then
D6.
6 points of bleed. All right, we'll just put that in there. Let me put a reminder in his bleed area.
Well, the 6 bleed is in addition to crit damage, so he should still get the chart.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. I haven't got that far yet. Oh wait, so you could opt out of the 34 and take the chart if you want.
We want the chart, don't we, guys? We always.
All right, the chart.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, I'm putting the things back in. All right, let's look at the chart. So this is radiance. This is melee. This is severe. To the thinky bits. Target suffers max plus bonus and 1 intelligence bleed.
Oh,
that's not good. All right, so what's max damage? Bonus was 34, so I'm going to take that right back off. So what is max damage in this case? So it's D8. It's D8 plus 25, which would be 33, plus 2d6 holy, which is 33 plus 12 is I lost count. Thanks, Don. 33 plus 12 is 45. 45 points.
Plus 6 bleed.
I took that off already.
Okay.
All right, 45 points. All right. He staggers backwards as Radiance is now singing that song again that she loves to sing as she bites into his skull, and you can see his exposed brain. You've cleaved through the skull and the scalp. Cleave that away. You can see his exposed brain sort of just going as there, and you can see him staggers back. He's still up, but he's sort of in that same sort of he's getting into that same sort of position that Ray Liotta was in the second Hannibal movie before they started sautéing his cranium. He staggers back, but you can see his brain. Radiance is just like, ooh yeah, this fucking kicks ass. And so you've chopped him out. He staggers backwards. He's lost the power of speech, so he's not screaming or anything. He's just staggering around with his brain exposed. Speaking of brain exposed, Fletcher's up.
All right, quick rules question.
Tell me.
I know that I can split my attacks between multiple targets.
Correct.
In general.
Yes.
But when I charge, in this case pounce, can I still split my attacks if needed?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So I'm going to charge this guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to here, because that's enough for my reach.
When you do these pounce attacks, you ever say anything like, "Here I come"?
Well, that's it. Yes. Hello, my name's Fletcher, and I'm going to finish that little dragon story.
I like that. I'm always assuming now that Fletcher is doing the Fat Albert. Hey.
I love
it. He's always very friendly when he attacks. He's not mean.
No, he's always been. I mean, he's always been merry.
I'm just here to kill you.
Yeah. I'll be your murderer.
It's nice
today.
of you to be here for me so I can kill you.
All right.
Why be mean about it? There's really no reason.
Lester, we're gonna call it a night after this round.
Yeah, I think so. You got to split.
Yeah, I'm fading.
All right.
O'clock time, right? Let's fall back.
Oh, don't be a baby. All right. Yeah, we'll call it after this round. All right, go ahead, Fletch. 46 is a hit.
All right, so I need to know whether he's dying, so I'm going to do each one individually, if that's okay.
That's fine. 58 points of damage. All right, that hurt him, but he's still up.
Okay. This is my hasted attack with the sword.
Good. That's a hit.
I think you should do your next attack on the big guy just to make sure you drop him.
Well, I think the little guy's about to die.
He's close.
I was thinking of using my claw attack on the big guy. That should finish him off.
Dramatic effect.
So this is still on the little guy.
45 is a hit.
That's a crit threat.
Okay, let's confirm it. 29 is not confirmed.
All right. But I think oh, yeah, he's still dead.
Yeah, he goes down. Boom.
And then my claw attack against the big guy.
Is this the Glad Claw?
Yep.
43 is a hit. Yep, that'll kill him too. Rip his heart. Glabcraw reaches into his open, sucking chest wound, grabs his demonic heart, pulls it out, shows it to him, and then I'm assuming that you eat it, right, Fletcher?
No, I throw it at this guy and say, "I'll be coming for you next."
I'll be coming. You just like toss it over to him and like bounces off of him, and like, ah! All right. Is that it for you, Fletch?
I think I just got a verb.
Oh, you did. That is a verb. He only had 7 hit points. That is a verb. Holy shnikes. You rarely see those in here. And that is a storm assist.
Good job.
Well done. $5 to St. Jude. All right. Is that it for you, Fletcher?
That's it.
Lothar.
All right. This other little guy.
Yep.
That's hovering over the prisoners.
Yeah. Well, he's looking at flash art right now.
Right.
But yeah,
right. But he's the one. There's a wall of force in front of the prisoners protecting them.
Correct.
But he's another one of the guys that could drop something on them.
Oh yeah. Or fly in with them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be him.
All right.
So we're going to do Ranged attack.
Okay. Firing the bow. 33 is a hit. 21 is a miss. Oh, these are touch AC.
Touch AC.
I hate that part. Hold on, let me check their
I
touch
know you
ACs.
do.
Touch AC is 14, so both hits.
Okay,
touching
so
you. I'm touching you. I'm touching you.
I'm touching you. Bam. All right, so 26 plus
26 to
14.
14, 40.
That's 40, and 23 and 11 is
34.
33, 34, sorry, so 74.
Right.
Okay.
And then the haste attack. Just the
Okay.
first one.
28 is a
20.
hit.
So 24 and 17.
40, another 41. So what did we, so it was 74 plus 41, which is 120, 125?
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Those arrows, Rassel's arrows go flying into this creature. It staggers backwards and falls into the pit off over the cliff as the arrows smack into it. It dies down there and lands heavily with a plop. All right.
Nice work.
My turn.
I thought that was the one Don was Gato was gonna get.
All right.
I can pick another one.
He is going to.
Like, anybody see Gato?
What is he gonna do?
Crap his pants.
No, he is going to. He is going to teleport to here.
I got a new
And
target.
he is going to enact Smite Law. And next round, he will attack Flashheart. All right, the rest of these guys.
Wait, he's talking my demon disguise? What? All
Hold
right.
on, let me see if these chars can fly. They cannot. Their wings are vestigial. All right, so this one, but they move fast? Yes? No, they do not. All right, so 2, 6. So he comes around over here.
You're like demonic dodos, is that what you're saying? Like you can't really fly and you're just running around.
Demonic penguins.
He's gonna do a quick. What's his perception? They're demonic penguins. That's kind of how they are. He's going to.
Lovecraft's Mountain of Madness there.
They're all teleporting over from the bridge over by Fletcher. Get them, boys! He yells out. These guys really don't know what's happening yet, so
You
they're gonna
guys are
hang
gonna
back.
die horribly.
Yeah, you guys made a terrible captain. Yeah. What the hell were you
Through a
thinking?
horrific miscalculation. You guys are gonna die horribly.
You guys made it up top.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, they're all teleporting. So
Time to call Storm back. Yeah, all our best laid tactical plans. We forgot about the fact that demons can teleport.
So one has he's going to do a full attack on Storm, which I have a feeling is not going to go very far. But let's just see. You never know. Could be some 20s in here. I'm feeling 20-ish. All right, here we go. First attack. No. 32 hit you? No. Second attack. Not a natural 20, so nothing there. And then these guys are going to actually stay there for right now. They're going to see what happens because they're not sure what's going on. And then finally, I did those guys already. All right, so they're so basically they're all teleporting in to get into attack positions for next round. It is 11:10. We will stop there, and next time we will complete this battle and move on.
When is next A team? Is it December?
Hold please. Yeah, it would be December.
Will Santa
First
be
Sunday of December.
bringing gifts?
Where are my calendars? Hold on.
Next weekend, yes.
Next weekend is B team.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to fly to Chicago that night. So
I will not be here next weekend.
Where are you gonna be?
In the woods.
Oh, hunting season, deer.
Yes.
Nice.
Marco Polo.
I want to get some sausage this year. All right. So next A team will be on. No, deer sausage. There's always a fair amount of good venison sausage here in the holidays, and I'm looking forward to getting some. A team is scheduled for 8 p.m. on the 3rd of December.
There you go.
Are you up in
Right.
Missouri again, Chuck, or down in Texas?
I'm sorry, what was
Hey,
that?
Les,
Yep.
Are you up in Missouri
sent you a note.
hunting or down in Texas?
Yeah, no, I'll be in Missouri.
Okay.
I'll be in Bolivar.
Hunting the most dangerous creature, Les Hostetler.
No, don't hunt me. I'm not built to survive in the wild.
Don't hunt me, bro.
I'm an inside cat.
Les is not in the woods, and he's not particularly fast.
No, I'm not. I have a very stealthy over short distances.
Yeah, his prey avoidance is somewhat lacking.
All right. So Gatto, I will get back to you. All right, a couple of things before December 3rd. Get to me with questions. Get to me with. I will send you well, Gatto. I'll go through Gatto on the sales that he's going to do in Illusionera, and then you can get back to him with a list. Remember, you can have questions for Galfrey or the gods. The 20 questions, yes or no. For the gods, any questions, any amount for Galfrey, and I will answer them. What else? Is there anything else? I think that's it.
Okay.
We good?
All right.
Yeah, guys, think of
you.
things you'd like and send them to Les and I.
You've already
All right.
started out
Go
on
shopping.
So you can go shopping in your bag.
Can I get Yardley? Can I get Yardley?
After this combat, we're going to Alishanera, Illendor and I, and whoever else wants to go, and we're selling those items that I talked about.
Les, if I don't want
Okay.
any items, can I just buy Yardley's contract out and have him join me?
Eminently,
Final battle?
if that's what you want, we can make that happen.
I think you
Rest
guys,
of us
everybody
don't
else
want
has a
it.
familiar. I really need I need a familiar.
You might want to check your book again. Having a chaotic evil familiar may not be a good
He's
thing.
not
for you.
chaotic
Human
evil.
familiar?
We
Yeah.
checked it. He was chaotic neutral.
He was chaotic neutral. That's true.
Yeah.
You're still lawful good. I'm still not sure that's a
All right. No.
It's
I checked
like
it out earlier.
it's having Yardley around is like sort of like having a cat around, right? Cats are all chaotic neutral. Nobody's really knowing what they're doing.
No.
They shit everywhere too.
Cats are chaotic
Don't.
evil.
Cats are chaotic evil. What's the thing? Is it because did a cat knock something valuable off your shelf?
No,
Well,
I'm just saying.
I think we all
cats
know
are-
that.
Cats are chaotic evil.
We
It's
all know
no
that.
personal experience of mine.
If you die,
Just in
we
general?
all know that if you die at
Just-
home, your
I
pets will
think
eat
they're
you.
chaotic
But a
neutral.
cat won't wait till you're dead. Is the difference?
Yeah, I think they're chaotic
true.
neutral.
Hey guys,
I think you've never had cats.
Yeah. Yes,
What?
Don.
just to let you know, book value for those items I was talking about, that's
It's-
right there in that chat.
Is 5 million gold pieces.
No,
Yeah.
373,400.
I told you there was a
Jesus
bunch there.
Christ. You
Yep.
wanna
And
donate to
Does
we'll
that
see.
include the
Now
chain
that's
shirt I
book
gave
value.
you?
That's book
That's book
value. We
value.
have to find out what we get for them.
I'm confirming that with due to your prized position amongst Nocticulus servants,
And my
you
amazing
get
diplomacy skill.
book value. No discount.
Okay, guys.
Plus
all right,
10%.
Then I'm gonna get
Not
Yardley
plus
a.
Oh,
10%.
straight.
Well,
And
that's
that
not
is
a benefit.
with the
Money,
breastplate.
baby.
That Dan, you still have your breastplate. That was not included in the sales.
No, the chain shirt that I gave you in exchange for the breastplate.
I'll throw that into. I'll find out what we get for that also.
Okay.
It sounds like we can get Yardley the Princess Leia gold bikini now. Is what I'm hearing.
Now that would be chaotic evil.
As your heads hit the pillow tonight and your eyes close for the final time, I want that image to be seared into your eyeballs.
I'll be sleeping. I'm like, oh, not the princess bikini. Oh God, no. Marlo will be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. Just saw something that no one should ever see."
A weird shitting Harpy man with a gold bikini. It was horrible. All right.
Okay,
All right,
we good?
everybody, it was fun.
We're
Thank
good.
you.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk soon.
Bye, guys.
B team next week.
Yep.
PPP.
See you in a week or two.
Sounds good. Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
You
Yep.
bet.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Later.
guys.